Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the East Kentucky Sports Network 14th Region Championship action. The girls concluded on Saturday with Knott County Central taking down the Hazard Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, though, back trying to get the boys' side of things as they take on Breathitt County for the fifth time this year. And I am Nathan Little, joined by Jeff Campbell, Greg Napier. We got Harold Brashear down waiting to interview some coaches. We on the Walmart pregame show. Big time game here, gentlemen.
Oh, no doubt. You know, just a huge matchup. Like you said, Nathan, these teams, you know, they didn't just play 4 times this season. They battled in each one of those games. One was only, sort of lopsided. Hazard won all 4. You know, when you start talking to a lot of people, can they beat the same team 5 times in a year? Breathitt County, very talented. Austin Sperry, their dynamic guard. But you got Evan Eversole, Seth Cottle, a nice cast of characters from both these teams.
I tell you what, for me, I don't know about you guys. I mean, the times these folks have met this year is I don't want to say it's troubling as a Hazard fan, but you kind of got to give a little edge too to Breathitt County. They have nothing to lose. I mean, you go 4 rounds with them and then go to overtime there just a few days ago, and Trace Kincaid comes in and knocks down some shots there in overtime to put that thing away. But, if I'm Breathitt County tonight, you got to feel pretty good about this matchup, just how the last one went. Let's
go ahead and head down to Harold Brashear standing mid-court with Coach Jeff Honeycutt.
I'm here with Coach Jeff Honeycutt with the Breathitt County Bobcats. Coach Honeycutt, championship night, 14th Region. Does it get any more exciting than this?
No, it don't. It never gets old. I've been blessed to be a part of several, and they never get old. It's always something new.
And I tell you what, I know you guys were in a similar situation last year, championship game. You had played Hazard in the semifinals. It seems like, you're always playing somebody from the 54th District. And this year, you're playing Hazard for the 5th time. What does that mean for you, having to play them 5 times?
Well, we're familiar with what they do. Their personnel, I think they're number 4 in the state. They've had a heck of a season, and we've got our work cut out for us. But we know what they do, and we're going to try to slow it down a little bit.
Hazard, they've got a lot of size across the board. You guys have some guys who are beaters and bangers in the paint. How do you counter their size with maybe your strength?
Well, we've got to stay attached to them, keep them off the glass. They're better leapers than we are, with the exception of Austin, obviously. But we just got to stay attached to them, put a body on them when that ball. It's kind of like the old throwback days. If you can't jump high, make sure they're packing the weight with them when they get leave the floor. And, we've got to do a good job with the rebounding. No live ball turnovers. They score very quick on that. And then stay attached to the three-point shooters. Last time we played, they made 8 on us, and 5 of those they were just standing wide open.
Austin Sperry, everybody knows what kind of player he is and what he can do. Who or what do you have to do to get the other kids involved tonight in this championship game? Because it always seems like whoever has somebody who steps up in one of these games is pretty successful.
Well, we've had by committee for us. You got Austin. You've had, Braxton's had a good regional tournament. Canaan's had a good year. Aaron Stallard off the bench is playing well. Peyton Collins, Joseph Honeycutt. It's just been different ones at different times. And, it makes us a little harder to guard because you never know who's going to be that person step up. And I don't know who that person is tonight, but I just hope we got 2 or 3 of them.
Well, Coach, we wish you nothing but the best, and thanks for giving us a little time before the game.
Thank you, Harold, and as always, shout out to the Bobcat fans. Jackson, you probably could rob it tonight.
Absolutely. Last one out, turn out the lights, right?
Yes.
Coach Jeff Honeycutt from the Breathitt County Bobcats. Now we'll make our way over and find Coach Al Holland for the Hazard Bulldogs. Coach Holland, another year, another championship game. It seems like you find yourself here year in, year out. And you said the other day they're all a little different, a little special. What does another regional championship mean to you?
Well, it'll be really big. Got a great bunch of guys, and that's special,
we've had some good guys the last couple of years. Got really close, just couldn't get over the hump. But got a good bunch of boys. I think well deserving if we can pull this thing out. Breathitt's got an outstanding team. Coach Honey does a great job, and Spurry's a special player. We were considering talking about him the other day, comparing him to Ben Bolden, who played for me there at Prairie Central. Very similar players, and he makes a lot of people around him better. And they've got a really good ball club.
And, in the semifinal game, you've got Evan Eversole had 21 points, 19 rebounds, 6 assists. But it seems like these games always come down to somebody stepping up. What do you have to do to keep somebody from Breathitt from stepping up to the plate who's not Austin Sperry?
Well, the Terry kid is a kind of unsung hero for him. He's about 6 foot tall, but he plays about 6'6", and big, strong kid. He's real physical in that paint, Gannon's big. He'd go about 6'5" or 6'6". We got to slow him down in there. They got good wing shooters. We have to know where the shooters are. And we got to keep Terry off that backboard. He's really good around that basket, dipping and diving, good offensive rebounder, and he's a big key inside.
And, Coach, this is a little bit of a strange situation that you don't see very often. This will be the 5th time that you've played Breathitt County this year. Does that work to any sort of advantage or disadvantage either way?
Well, I think this time of year it doesn't really matter. They've all been good ball games, and, we played twice regular season in the YMT and the All-A tournament. So it's just something when you both got pretty good teams, you get matched up with each other. Both of you progress through the tournament. And just one of those things that happen, And I've done that a few times throughout my career, and we just got to come to play. They know us really well, and we know them really well.
And, Coach, what are your keys? What do you think you have to do to win this game tonight and go to Rupp Arena?
I think the biggest thing is to try to stop Spurrier's penetration, guard your wing shooters, and what I always try to preach to them, got to play good defense, rebound that basketball, and we've been shooting our free throws pretty good. That's important in these big games like this.
Well, Coach, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. Thanks for giving us a few minutes before the game.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Coach Al Holland from the Hazard Bulldogs. We're going to send it back up to Nathan and Jeff, and we'll see you back at halftime here at the 14th Region Basketball Tournament.
There you have it, folks, talking to the coaches down there. We're going to go ahead and send it to a break here and talk to some of our sponsors. Thank you guys for sticking with us this year and helping us bring these games to the community. I have a feeling we're not going to be able to fit many more Hazard folks or Breathitt folks in this gymnasium tonight. So glad that these sponsors let us put these games on the air and on the airwaves so that people can watch and listen all over the place. But let's go ahead, send it to a break. We'll be right back on the Walmart pregame show here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke, who you gonna call? Hot Gully! And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call? Hot Gully! Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
Don't miss out on Fazoli's newest pasta combo with a lasagna roll and fettuccine pasta duo. Two delicious favorites for the price of one. All for just $5.99 and $6.99. Roll into flavor with ricotta-filled lasagna rolls paired with creamy fettuccine Alfredo baked side by side to golden perfection. All on one plate. Why choose one when you can have two pasta creations? And don't forget about Fazoli's signature garlic breadsticks. They're unlimited when you dine in. Insane value, insane flavor only at Fazoli's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary by location. Unlimited breadsticks, dine in only. Tax not included. Fazoli's and logo are federally registered trademarks of Fazoli System Management, LLC.
The Fugit Family Chiropractic staff is highly knowledgeable and experienced, providing you with the leading-edge technology and proven techniques for optimum pain relief and minimal recovery time. If you suffer from neck or lower back pain, headaches, herniated or bulging discs, or even degenerative disc disease, don't spend another minute suffering. Fugit Family Chiropractic is also nationally certified to perform DOT and CDL physicals. No referral is needed, and walk-ins are always welcome. Fugit Family Chiropractic in Hazard and Whitesburg.
Your hometown's where you want to raise your family.
For Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, here's Daryl Billings.
0% financing for up to 72 months. Huge rebates, great trade-in allowances, and accommodating friendly service is what we're all about at Tanner Dodge in Stanton. We'll go the extra mile to get you the best deal possible and make your buying experience positive. Over 83% of the people we have sold to in the past few years have returned to buy from us again. Come see why. You'll be glad you did.
Come home to savings. Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
We're back, folks, here on the East Kentucky Sports Network, gearing up for 14th Region Championship action. We got the Hazard Bulldogs taking on the Breathitt County Bobcats for the fifth time. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd be surprised. But either way it goes, we're here, and I don't think you could ask for two better teams to battle it out. These have been the two premier teams here in the mountains, in the 14th region and the mountains this year. I don't think either of these teams, Hazard's not lost anybody in the 14th. I imagine Breathitt has 4 losses to Hazard, and I think that's it.
I think that's it. And, you're exactly right, Nathan. Two historically great basketball schools, great basketball communities. They both have really, really good teams this year, and some individual players. I mean, you'll hear a lot about Evan Eversole and Austin Sperry, but Seth Cottle, some of the guys from Breathitt County, Braxton Terry, really two nice ball clubs, and I think that a lot of people, when this season started, had a feeling that these two teams would meet up in the regional tournament, either in the semifinals or the championship night. And here we are.
Big time. We got Harold Brashear standing courtside with athletic director here at Non-Central, Justin Ambergy. Let's see what they got to say.
We are on the court here with Justin Ambergy. And Justin, once again, great job hosting the tournament.
Well, we appreciate it, and it's a lot of work, a lot goes into it, and a lot of people behind the scenes, but we're glad to be able to do this and showcase Knott County a little bit and our facilities here, and glad to be able to do this for the 14th region.
And I'll tell you what, just by looking at the crowd here and the crowd coming in, we're going to have a pretty impressive crowd tonight.
Well, we've had pretty good crowds all week long, and I just looked outside there, and they're still coming around, so hopefully everybody gets in here before tip-off, but if they don't, hopefully they get in here not long after. But we've been really satisfied with the crowds. Most of the money after we pay expenses goes back to the school, so the more people in here, the better it is for the schools.
And I tell you what, people don't realize how many people and how many man hours go into running a tournament like this. How many people do you have out here doing just different things?
Well, we've had just numerous people, or too many to count, and I don't want to start thanking people because I know I'd forget somebody, but from our janitorial staff to our kitchen staff to our admins at the board, teachers that are sign up to work, and even students that have helped. Other coaching staffs have chipped in. It's been a team and community effort, and our school and community effort, and like you said, we start early in the morning, and it takes a long time to pick this gym up, but we've had a lot of help and thankful for it.
Well, I tell you what, from the radio station, we want to definitely thank you guys. You're always very hospitable to us, and we appreciate the job you do. And thanks for running another great tournament.
Well, you're welcome. We appreciate you guys. People say the streaming hurts high school sports. Some people say that, but you look around here, it's a full packed house on hand, and we appreciate all that you've been able to get out to people that can't make it here and attend in person.
All right, we appreciate you. Thank you for giving us some time, Justin Amberg.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Justin Amberg, athletic director at Knott County Central. We'll go back up to Nathan and Jeff.
And we are back up here. Appreciate the shout out from Justin Ambergy, letting us know that he doesn't think the streaming cuts anything. I sent a picture of the on Facebook the other day of the last time region was at Perry Central, and it was Perry Breathitt in the stands. You know what? I'm going to take a chance here that this Wi-Fi here is going to open this up, and you can take a look at this here. But I do not think. Let's see here. Can't tell it at all. But anyway, you can't fit anybody else in the building. The railing full around the top, every seat full. We love that. You see it right here. The fans just Breathitt County once again traveling well like they always do. You get a lot of talk through the year that back in the day we had more people coming out. I think for regular season games that may be the case, but when the regional title's on the line, these teams don't disappoint.
Oh, you're exactly right, and I mentioned it early, and Greg, you may want to speak to this, but it's just the communities. These are schools, but they have communities around each school and people who support and love these kids. And, there's a lot of people there's going to be a parade tonight, a parade of cars, a fire truck, a school bus, and a regional championship trophy. It's just going to be, is it starting at the Knott County, Perry County line or the Perry County, Breathitt County line? Because there'll be a huge car, a parade, a celebration at the school just to, come together as a community and celebrate, these kids.
And these two rival schools, and that's what we'll call them, they've been rivals from years ago, man. They've brought out the best in this region, and you look at some of the regions around, they're playing in the sports centers and the arenas. 14th region still competes in these high school gyms. I think that means a lot. And, 32 minutes, man, tonight is going to change somebody's life out here on this court. I mean, to get to Rupp Arena and do something could be a massive for them next week.
Absolutely, folks. We got Harold Brashear standing beside with Hazard's athletic director, Eddie Browning. Let's send it to him.
I'm here with Hazard athletic director, Eddie Browning. Eddie, busy week, but in a good way. Girls make it to the championship game. Boys in the championship game just a few days later. Pretty successful year.
Yeah, we've had a real good year. I wish our girls could have come through the other night, but heck, Knott County's a good team. They beat us. I mean, that's all we can say. And then we've got a really tough game here tonight with Breathitt County.
I saw Coach Island, 5th time these two teams have squared off this year. I asked him if it made a difference. He said this time of year you got to play who you play, and everybody's pretty good.
Yeah, he's right, but like you say, 5 times, that's just too many times to play anybody. We kind of joked a little bit. We might have to scale it back from here on out about playing people like that.
Well, Eddie, back when we were in school, a lot of times your Breathitt's Knotts. Of course, when we were around, you had Deals, Napier. Everybody played everybody twice, but you didn't have the YMT tournament. You didn't have the All-A. How has that kind of changed the landscape of how you do schedule?
Well, there's so many teams, that's trying to build their schedule to where they can ramp up toward the end of the season, get their teams going. That makes it hard to play everybody twice. So a lot of times you've got to step outside your region, got to go down in the state a little bit and play.
But, Eddie, want to congratulate you on a great year, a girls' successful year. Tell you what, impressed with the football team and their turnaround up at Hazard this year.
Yeah, Matt's come in and done a real good job. We were in the weight room this morning at 6:30, had 34 kids in there. He's making them live hard, but they're loving it.
Well, Eddie, we appreciate you giving us a minute, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Eddie Browning, athletic director for the Hazard Bulldogs. We're going to go back up top to Nathan and Jeff for more Walmart pregame show.
And there we have it, folks. We got the coaches, athletic directors in. Eddie and they had to host the girls, and the girls, Hazard girls, were in it until the very end. I think 59-56 3-point game.
When all was said
and done. So it's then you got to, at least this year, it is Hazard and Hyndman. It's not right. For teams that are fans that want to support both teams and be in the house for them, Hazard and Hyndman, it's pretty tough that's probably about as easy as it gets for traveling, because we've seen years where it's been somewhere down here and then Estill County or Powell County and somebody down here, and that's the way it goes. We got a rotation. I'm hearing talk, just rumors that we're going to see some redistricting around the 14th region around in basketball, and it's been a long time since there's been any Football, they redistrict regularly, because student populations fluctuate.
Still in that class system.
But basketball, for the most part, they just do it geographically. Every once in a while, you have something like Jenkins, who goes from 14th to the 15th and then back to the 14th. But either way it goes, it feels like we've seen these same teams years and years going by. I don't know how much they can change it.
I don't either. Back when, Greg and I were in high school, it was the 54th district was a 5-team district. And, boy, it was just a fight to get out of there. A lot of times, 2, 3 of the top 5 teams in the region were all in the 54th district. And it was hard to get out of there. And then, Dilson Napier consolidated into Perry Central. And I sort of call that the modern era of, basketball in the 14th region because, I think it changed when Knott County Central consolidated in the early to mid-'70s, and then I think it changed again with the consolidation of Perry Central, and maybe a little scuttlebutt from Nathan, but it sounds like it may be changing again.
That's true, and I mean those draws at those district tournaments, Jeff. You and I have been part of them, and Hazard and Perry, Hazard, MC Napier never won, and the whole district would almost breathe a sigh of relief when we were away from each other because, how many times did we match up, and
oh yeah.
But now the way they do seeding and stuff, it's more conducive to the regular season, but I miss those old rivals of MC Napier and Dills Combs and Hazard and Buckhorn and Leslie County. Those were some blessed days to be a part.
And I still think the regional tournament it's almost a little bit like homecoming.
Yep.
You come the first 2 nights of the regional tournament, you see friends from Powell County, you see friends from Wolfe County, people that you don't see face to face. I mean, you can keep up with them on social media, text them, FaceTime them, but a big event like this, it draws people from all over. The 14th region, from Jenkins to Irvin and everywhere in between.
Big time matchup here again. You hear it every year. We're talking about these 5 matchups. I hear it every year. It's hard to beat a good team 3 times.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat a good team 3 times. It's hard to do it. Well, Hazard has beat Breathitt 3 times. Then they beat him a 4th time.
Right.
How hard is it to beat them 5 times? You know what I mean? But it seemed the last time they played was the closest one. It went to overtime. The first one was pretty close. Hazard spread it out late. The second one was pretty much Hazard the whole way. And everything after that, all A, and the game late in the season, those were not decided until the very last minute.
And I think that's the way this game's going to play out tonight. The winner of this one, I don't think they're going to run away with it. I think, it's going to be tight at the end of the first quarter, tight at halftime, tied at the end of the third quarter. Then in that fourth quarter, as Nathan calls them the winning minutes, somebody's going to make some plays, somebody's going to make some free throws, and it's going to give their team an advantage to stretch it out to a 4 or 6 point lead with a minute or so to go, and it's going to be a tight ball game, wire to wire, folks.
Yeah, we saw that Perry Breathitt game that kicked off this tournament. That was it felt like that game was about a 4-point game basically forever in the second half. But Hazard made just Breathitt made a tiny little run, pushed it out to 8 points, 9 points, and then you're up there late in the game, up 3 possessions. Greg, that's hard to deal with.
That is, and I think, and I hope you guys will agree with me, Hazard's getting their best version of Breathitt County tonight.
Oh, they've done this the last several years.
Yeah.
They're just peaking at the right time.
And the emergence of the Terry kid, and I thought the Stallard kid was a big difference Saturday. Then I look over on Hazard's side. How important can Kincaid be tonight? We're waiting for Dalton Combs to be the Dalton Combs we've seen in the Ashland game in December. And then Ridge Beverly, the guy that's been more battle-tested than anybody. How does he play a factor in tonight? This is the right place at the right time to get everything you want out of a regional championship, and we're blessed here, guys, to be a part of it.
Yeah, let's go ahead, folks. Let's take our final pregame break here during the Walmart pregame show. Come back, get your starting lineups, and knock this one out. 14th Region Tournament, Hazard versus Breathitt on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Are you running into roadblocks that keep you from obtaining or maintaining employment? Perhaps you lack reliable transportation, or maybe you need ongoing child care. Whatever the obstacle, LKLP Community Action can help solve it. Their Workforce Solutions team can tailor their career services to meet your specific needs. Let them help remove any barriers holding you back from sustainable employment. Call 606-436-3161 or visit www.lklp.org to jumpstart your career today. In partnership with Kentucky Education and Workforce Development Cabinet through EKCEP.
With the Perry County Public Library card, you can check out books, movies, magazines, ebooks, as well as use their online databases that allow you to take online classes, repair your auto, or research your family history. Visit the library at 289 Black Gold Boulevard, Hazard, Kentucky. Call them at 606-436-2475 or visit their website, perrycountylibrary.org, for more information. The Perry County Public Library, your source for information, education, and entertainment.
We're back here, folks, getting ready for the pregame festivities. Hazard versus Breathitt. Crowd, hope you can hear that at home, because, man, the fans are ready to explode.
Gentlemen, kindly move your hats and hoodies.
And we're going to go ahead and step aside for the invocation and National Anthem. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Hey, it's Kristen, Marketing Manager at Appalachian Wireless. March Madness is here, and at Appalachian Wireless, we know being local is a game changer. That's why we're bringing you slam dunk savings all month long. Whether you're upgrading your device or switching to the region's best network, now's the time to score big. Don't miss out on these deals with Appalachian Wireless, where there's no madness, just game-changing deals. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail or authorized dealer location. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke. Who you gonna call? And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call? Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
Don't miss out on Fazoli's newest pasta combo with a lasagna roll and fettuccine pasta duo. Two delicious favorites for the price of one. All for just $5.99 and $6.99. Roll into flavor with ricotta-filled lasagna rolls paired with creamy fettuccine Alfredo baked side by side to golden perfection. All on one plate. Why choose one when you can have two pasta creations? And don't forget about Fazoli's signature garlic breadsticks. They're unlimited when you dine in. Insane value, insane flavor only at Fazoli's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary by location. Unlimited breadsticks, dine in only. Tax not included. Fazoli's and logo, a federally registered trademarks of Fazoli System Management, LLC.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And we are back, folks. Caught the end of the national anthem there by former Hazard KSP post PIO Jody Sims. I had to bug him a lot when I was at the TV station.
Outstanding rendition right there.
Let's send it on down to PA announcer Drum Thornsbury for starting lineups.
For visitors on the scoreboard, the Bulldogs of Hazard High School. Number 10, Ridge Beverly. Number 40, Kenyon Higgins. Number 12, Colton Maggard. Number 3, Brady Yantz. Number 23, Jackson Maggard. Number 14, Trace Kincaid. Number 21, Isaac Begley. Number 11, Luke Combs. Number 33, Javion Fairchild. Number 24, Cameron Miller. And number 20, Jacob Walker. And now let's meet the staff of Hazard High School. Superintendent Sandra Combs. Principal Kathy Patrick. Athletic Director Eddie Browning. And now let's meet the coaches. The scorekeeper, Scott Napier. Josh Hurt. John Fletcher. Larry Robinson. Ryan Whitaker. Logan Howell. Kyle Maggard. Kobe Holbrook. And introducing the head coach of the Bulldogs, Al Holland. And now let's meet the home team on the scoreboard, the Bobcats of Breathitt County. Let's meet the non-starters. Number 10, Brantley Campbell. Number 24, Aiden Combs. Number 32, Jaden Hudson. Number 1, Austin McInnes. Number 4, Wyatt Spencer. Number 2, Aaron Stallard. Number 15, Jason Tosin. Number 35, Jagger Burton. Number 0, Adam Spencer. And number 13, Josh Combs. And now let's meet the staff of Breathitt County High School. Superintendent Philip Watts. Principal Daphne Noble. Athletic Director Kyle Moore. Now let's meet the coaching staff and other staff. The scorekeeper, Bryson Honeycutt. Wesley Noble. Roy Conley. Chris Stemper. Cameron Turner. Andrew Sewell. And introducing the head coach of Breathitt County, Jeff Honeycutt.
And here we go, folks. Cheerleaders out on the floor, bringing the crowd to their feet one last time before the starting lineups. Let's head back down to drum.
First for the Hazard Bulldog, at guard, a 6'5" junior, number 13, Seth Cottle. For Breathitt County, at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 11, Peyton Collins. For Hazard, at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 2, Dalton Combs. For Breathitt County, at guard, a 6'4" senior, number 14, Austin Sperry. For Hazard, at center, a 6'6" senior, number 5, Evan Everso. For Breathitt County, at center, a 6'6" senior, number 20, Kanan Gross. For Hazard, at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 4, Nick Ratliff. For Breathitt County, at forward, a 6'1" senior, number 12, Bryson Terry. For Hazard, at forward, a 6'2" junior, number 22, Tucker Johnson. And at forward, for Breathitt County, a 6'1" senior, number 23, Joe Honeycutt. Your officials for tonight's game from the 13th Region Officials Association. Official timer, Big Ed.
We're back here, folks. Getting ready to get
champion.
things rolling. Starting lineups out of the way.
Everybody exchange all the pleasantries. It's time to get down to business.
8 minutes on the clock. Welcome to the jungle blaring over the speakers. We're about ready to jump it up. Austin Sperry awaiting at the half-court circle. And players dapping each other up. And quick final thoughts, Jeff.
Well, it's going to be a battle. You know, you got to contain Sperry if you're Hazard, and if you're Breathitt, you got to keep an eye on Everso. Every time they've played this year, they're up around 20 points every game and just leading their teams. And whoever the support staff that steps up is going to win this one.
Here we go. Breathitt controls the tip off to Collins. Crosses half court. He's got Ratliff in front of him. Hazard looks to be running a little bit of a zone look.
A little matchup zone out of it.
And
Breathitt's got to get some movement. Not exactly right at this second, but
Hazard's not going to let them get the ball inside the Terry like they've wanted to do this entire tournament. But here we go. Honeycutt off to Sperry at the logo. Sperry's guarded by Cottle. Screen from Gross. Sperry into the lane. Throws it to the corner for three from Collins. Opens up the game with the banger. 3-0. 7-12 to play.
Did what shooters are supposed to do on that penetration. He finds a spot in the corner and knocks it down.
Oh, and Sperry goes for the steal on Ratliff. Going to be dinged with his first foul of the game with 7:07 on the clock in the first.
I think it goes without saying he can ill afford to get in foul trouble for Breathitt County.
Now here's Ratliff with the ball for the Bulldogs. Cottle comes off a screen. Honeycutt cuts him off, but here we go. Cottle got it, and he says, everybody, get away. Watch me work. And he gets into the lane, up over Gross. Can't get it to go. Johnson has the rebound, loses it off to Eversole, up and in. The young man opens it up with a putback.
Yeah, doing a good job using an offensive rebound there, Nathan. Gives Hazard another possession. Eversole cashes it in.
6:30 to go here in the first. 3-2 Bobcats. Honeycutt, left wing, throws it high post to Gross. Gross back to Honeycutt deep on the left wing. He finds Sperry out around the old hash mark. Dribbles to his right, calls the play. He's got it at the logo. Collins comes, gets it. Right side, back to Sperry. Sperry loses the handle for just a second. Picks it up, and there they go from the logo, left side. He's got Cottle in front of him. 6:06 on the clock. Screen from Gross. Sperry to the elbow jumper. It is pure. 5-2. Bobcats with 5:58 to play here in the first quarter.
Breathitt County 2 for 2 against that matchup zone. The 3 from Collins and the 15-footer from Sperry.
Cottle, left side to Dalton Combs for the Bulldogs. They trail by 3 with 5:40 to play here in the first. Evan Eversole leaves it off for Ratliff, top of the key. He backs up, goes to his right to Tucker Johnson. Johnson asks for some movement, backs it up, gives it to Dalton Combs. And Combs dribble to his right. He's at the logo. Got Honeycutt in front of him. And it's going to be a foul on Gross as Eversole tried to come through and he got the bump.
Yeah, they tried to run a down screen. Seth Cottle went down the screen for Eversole. Didn't really make any contact with Gross. Gross really no reason to hold Eversole on that cut there, but he did and is whistled for the foul.
5-2. Bobcats on top by 3. Hazard throws it into Johnson, left corner to Eversole. 3 from the wing. Bank shot no good. Offensive rebound by Cottle. Off to Ratliff for 3. Tie ball game. 5:10 to play here in the first quarter.
5 points for Hazard, all coming off of offensive rebounds by the Bulldogs.
5-5 your score. 5 minutes to go. First quarter. Sperry has it for the Bobcats. Screen from Gross. Sperry splits 2 to the rack. Going to be fouled by Eversole, I believe. We'll see who they put it on. It's going to be on Evan Eversole. So your 14th Region Player of the Year has his first foul with under 5 to play in the first. Something we didn't talk about in the Walmart pregame show is Sperry puts his first free throw of the night up and misses the first. A lot of people before this season started had kind of chalked Austin Sperry into that Player of the Year.
They had, yeah.
And for years, you know, he's had such a career here at Breathitt County, and I think he's got something to prove tonight against Mr. Eversole. We'll see what he can do as he splits a pair. 6-5. Bobcats lead it by 1. Hazard can take the lead with a bucket. Cottle to Combs on the left side, guarded by Honeycutt. Top of the key to Johnson. Johnson finds Cottle at the elbow, working on Honeycutt to the rack. A little finger roll off the glass and in. 7-6. I think that's Hazard's first lead of the game.
First lead of the game. 3 different Bulldogs now in the scoring column for Hazard.
Austin Sperry with the ball for the Bobcats. They trail by 1 with 4:20 to go in the first. Terry comes up to set a screen. Sperry doesn't take it.
Hazard more on a man-to-man now, Nathan.
Sperry working on Combs. Step back. Oh, my goodness. 8-7. Nothing but the bottom of the net with 4:05 to play in the first.
That's just a tough shot. Good defense by Combs to cut the drive, but Sperry with a step back.
There we go. And Ratliff with another 3. 10-8. Bulldogs back on top by 2 with 3:45 to play in the first. Ratliff shooting like that from beyond the arc could be hard to contend with.
He's had a good regional tournament, Nathan. Played very well both games.
Step back. Austin Sperry rattles it in. 11-10. What a game we've got here. 3:30 to go in the first. Breathitt County leads it by 1.
8 first quarter points for Sperry. 8 of his team's 11.
Ratliff, left wing, got Sperry in front of him. Finds Cottle, top of the key. Eversole moves over to the right wing. He's got Gross on him. They give it to Eversole. He looks, finds Combs at the logo. Left wing to Ratliff. And we got Eversole. Now he's going to go to work in the paint. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for Ratliff. Off to Eversole. He's going to fire it. Banger! Another one. 13-11. Not many misses from 3 tonight, if any, Jeff.
No, it's 3 for 3 for Hazard, but they've got 8 points, off those offensive rebounds.
2:35 on the clock. 13-11 Bulldogs. Sperry into the lane, off the glass. Kemper Furniture bank shot no good, but Terry, offensive board, can't get it to go. They work it back around to Sperry. He's in the left corner, got Combs in front of him. Oh, he's going to draw down on him, fires the three. Oh, my goodness, 14, 13. Austin Sperry, another level here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Breathitt leads it by 1 with 2:08 to play in the first.
11 points for Sperry in just about 6 minutes.
Combs wide open for three. Splash! 16-14. Under 2 to play in the first. These teams cannot miss. Austin Sperry crosses half court. Combs in front of it. The gunslinger to his left, bumped, or they're going to say a foul on Combs as he tries to fight through the screen of Gross.
Yeah, Dalton Combs tried to fight over the top, and doing so, bumped Sperry. Whistled for his first. Man, what a start to this basketball game.
Man, Collins with the ball for Breathitt County. They trail by 2. You got Ratliff in front of him. Crosses over screen from Terry Collins. Going to fire one. Oh, my goodness. 2-pointer, barely. Just a toe on the line. 16-16 with 1:22 to go in the first.
Not a lot of missed shots here in this first quarter, Nathan.
Combs goes down low to Eversole. Eversole elevates over top of Gross. Can't get it to go. Terry rebounds it for the Bobcats, and they have a chance to take the lead with 1:08 to play here in the first quarter.
Gross doing a good job on Eversole, making him not catch it on the block. He's catching it more in a short corner, 12, 14 feet from the basket. And if he gets it on the low block, different outcome.
Gross left wing, back to Sperry. And they're looking to be a little patient here. But 45 seconds, if something opens up, they'll take it. But looking to just get what they can. 40 seconds on the clock. Now Gross going to set a screen for Sperry. Sperry going to step into a three. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll see what they got. Combs into the lane, off to Cottle. Cottle takes the screen. Working on Honeycutt to the rack. Loses it on the way up, and here comes Breathitt County. 20 seconds on the clock. Tie ball game. Corner three from Collins. No good. Rebound comes down to Braxton Terry. Reverse lay for the Kipper Furniture. Bank shot 18-16. Breathitt by 2. 5 seconds on the clock. Eversole to the rack, off the glass. Can't get it to go. Tucker Johnson going to be fouled with 0 seconds on the clock. Going to shoot a pair with nobody on the line, I believe, here to end the quarter, Jeff.
Another offensive rebound by the Bulldogs. Eversole had a great look. He whipped his man. Just couldn't finish at the backboard, but his running mate in the front court, Tucker Johnson, there to get the offensive rebound, draw the foul.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity. Crowd throwing out a chorus of boos. I didn't hear it.
Well, that the a lot of Bobcat faithful not really agreeing with that call, but from my vantage point, I think he definitely got fouled. Now, whether you call it as the clock strikes zeroed in the first quarter, that's another thing, but I do believe there was contact. And
you're going to put 0.3 seconds on the clock, so you can't really do anything with 0.3 seconds, as long as there's no fouls called. So Johnson going to shoot the first free throw, no good. Breathitt looking to go into the first quarter break with a lead. Johnson going to try to cut it to 1. There is time after this. Johnson gets the second one to go. Sperry to Gross. He's going to fire it up. Don't believe it's going to count. And there we go. Breathitt by 1. 18-17 after 1. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
The Fugit Family Chiropractic staff is highly knowledgeable and experienced, providing you with the leading-edge technology and proven techniques for optimum pain relief and minimal recovery time. If you suffer from neck or lower back pain, headaches, herniated or bulging discs, or even degenerative disc disease, don't spend another minute suffering. Fugit Family Chiropractic is also nationally certified to perform DOT and CDL physicals. No referral is needed, and walk-ins are always welcome. Fugit Family Chiropractic in Hazard and Whitesburg.
Are you running into roadblocks that keep you from obtaining or maintaining employment? Perhaps you lack reliable transportation, or maybe you need ongoing child care. Whatever the obstacle, LKLP Community Action can help solve it. Their Workforce Solutions team can tailor their career services to meet your specific needs. Let them help remove any barriers holding you back from sustainable employment. Call 606-436-3161 or visit www.lklp.org to jumpstart your career today. In partnership with Kentucky Education and Workforce Development Cabinet through EKCEP.
We're back here, folks, starting the second quarter, 18-17. Jeff, that may be the most exciting opening quarter of a championship game or maybe any high school game I've ever seen.
Well, you're exactly right, Nathan. And, a lot of times in a big game like this, you'll see shooters, especially from behind that three-point line, they'll come out a little cold. They'll miss one or two, get in the flow of the game. Not tonight. These guys are absolutely filling it up on both teams.
And Bulldogs will control to start the second quarter. Cottle has it left wing, got Sperry in front of him, screen from Eversole. They swing it around to Combs from the corner for three, back iron, no good. Rebounded by Terry, off to Sperry for the Bobcats, and he is looking to create, but Evan Eversole picks his pocket from behind. Here come the Bulldogs. Ratliff thought about the three, goes to the rack, lays it up, no good, and Sperry takes a spill. They're going to say Ratliff got under him when he was coming down for the rebound, so it's going to go to the Bobcats. They lead it by 18-17 with 7:29 to go in the second quarter. If I'm Ratliff, the way I'm shooting, I have a hard time not pulling the trigger on that.
Exactly, yeah. Just throw it up there and see what happens.
Sperry with the ball. Calls for a screen. Terry comes to his right, comes back to his left. Sperry takes it into the lane, puts one up, leaves it short, rebounded by the Bulldogs. Cottle up ahead to Combs in transition. He gets it back to Cottle. 7:04 on the clock. Seth Cottle with the ball. Spin move. Collins tries to draw the foul. No good. Ratliff goes in there. Offensive rebound. No. Braxton Terry comes out of there with it.
Good hustle by Terry. Just gets his mitts on the ball. You're not going to get it away from him.
Peyton Collins loses the ball, goes to Gross, and now Gross throws it away, and Ratliff going to be fouled by Collins. A little bit of a frustration foul, I believe.
Yeah, he thought he had his man beat. Good hustle by Ratliff. Ratliff thought he got fouled on the other end, and he didn't drop his head. He hustled back, got in the play, made a nice defensive stop, getting that extra possession here for Hazard.
Ratliff lost part of his tooth the other night in the opening quarter against Knott County, I believe. So, young man has been through it this week, but here we go.
And came back into the game.
Combs with it, down low to Eversole. He's going to work. Into Gross's chest and rattles it in. 19-18, Bulldogs back on top by one. 6:20 to go, second quarter.
That's what Evan Sean is so good at. He uses his body, shields the defender, got the nice soft touch, got that one to drop.
Austin Sperry has the ball at the logo, calls the play with 6:06 on the clock. Braxton Terry comes up to his right. Sperry says someone come and get it. Someone come and help him. Dribbles to his right. Gross screen to the left. Good screen from Gross. Sperry with the slam. 20-19.
You have to keep Sperry out of the lane. You can live with him making jump shots, but when he does that, that's hard to stop.
Oh, no, that's one that you can't show your kids on the highlight film when all is said and done. Eversole down low for the Bulldogs. Can't get it to go, and they're going to call a jump ball after Gross had the ball in his hands, and Sean Eversole ties him up. Going to go to Breathitt County.
Another little missed layup right around the goal. We've seen Eversole make those all season long. We've seen him miss a couple here tonight, and you have to credit Kanan Gross and Braxton Terry. They're down there laying the lumber as he's trying to make his way to the basket.
2019, Breathitt County with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Collins has Ratliff in front of him at the volleyball line. Goes to his left, into the lane, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, going to go off of the Bulldogs. as Collins plays it well, just knocks it off of Ratliff. And it's going to be Breathitt County ball. Timeout. We'll take it with them, folks. Our first People's Bank and Trust timeout 2019. 5:07 to go here in the first half. Breathitt leads it by 1 on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
You don't need to drive all the way to Lexington for expert health care. You can get the primary care services you and your family need right here at the UK June Buchanan Medical Clinic in Hindman and the UK North Fork Valley Community Health Center in Hazard. Our providers offer affordable, comprehensive care regardless of income or ability to pay. All backed by UK Healthcare, Kentucky's #1 hospital. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit ukhealthcare.com/trust.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back, folks, here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. 5:07 to play. And here in the first half, Breathitt leads it by 1. But what a game so far, and what a game by Austin Sperry.
They're playing great, and that's what you expect out of your senior star from Breathitt County.
He's going to dish it off to Collins for the 3. No good. Rebound controlled off to Honeycutt for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Eversole leaves it off for Cottle, and the Bulldogs will have a chance to take a lead with a bucket here with 4:50 to go in the first half.
Coach Holland imploring his Bulldogs to grab those defensive rebounds. You can't let Breathitt County have too many second looks at it.
Cottle all the way to the rack, can't get it to go, and I believe that's going to be another jump ball. Sperry goes up and snatches, gets his mitts on it. He and Tucker Johnson tied up in there low, and that'll be Breathitt got the last one. Hazard gets this one.
Bringing big Kenyon Higgins into the lineup and trying to get a few of those rebounds, maybe set a few screens right here as well.
Eversole off to Cottle. Cottle got Collins in front of him. 4:30 on the clock. 2019 Breathitt. Hazard with the basketball. Cottle into the lane, spins, fades, splash. 21-20. It's a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs.
That's a tough shot. Drew a little contact, fading away. Such a good shooter from that range is Seth Cottle.
Sperry got Combs in front of him. Sperry drifts back, thought about the 3 off the Honeycutt. Back to Austin Sperry at the logo. Under 4 to play now in the first half. Sperry into the lane, off the glass, can't get it to go. Bulldogs control it. They have a 1-point lead and the basketball. Cottle for 3 with 1 in his eye, and he puts it in. 24-20. Bulldogs by 4. And we have a timeout, but we ain't going nowhere. 30-second People's Bank and Trust timeout. Let's stay right here. That is a big momentum shift in this game because neither of these teams have led by 4. If at all, it was Breathitt early, but I don't think it's happening.
No, it's not. And, you talk about that momentum change. Big Kenyon Higgins, the senior center, missed a lot of the season due to a knee injury. He made 2 plays that won't show up on the highlight reel. He blew up a screen down here. Sperry couldn't get the shot off, and then he hustled back on defense and actually set that screen for Cottle, freeing him up for that 3-pointer. Nice hustle plays by Kenyon Higgins.
That's the kind of work Kenyon Higgins is known for. The man does a lot out there for the Bulldogs. Just a pure hustle player. Is not going to score a lot of points typically, but he will absolutely lay it on the line for the Bulldogs. 24-20. Bulldogs by 4. Breathitt County with the basketball. 3:35 to go first half. Stallard in the lane. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds. Going to stay with Breathitt County as the Bulldogs knocked it away.
Trace Kincaid into the lineup now for Hazard, replacing Nick Ratliff.
3:31 on the clock. Into Sperry for 3. Can't get it to go. He's cooled off just a little bit. Kincaid with the rebound for the Bulldogs off to Cottle. And this is where the Bulldogs are dangerous, Jeff.
No, they really are.
They get the stop. They just run their offense and see what they can get. And Combs going to run over Stallard. I think he was Stallard. I don't think he was set, but I think Combs just got the shoulder into him and kind of knocked him down.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. Stallard went flying. And I think you're exactly right, Nathan. Credit Stallard with the hustle play on defense, sort of frustrating Dalton Combs right there.
Breathitt County with a chance to chip into this 4-0 lead. Honeycutt into Terry, and he feels the presence of Kenyon Higgins as he commits the foul, but I don't think Kenyon cares. I don't think he's just wanting to let you know that he's there.
That will not phase that young man, that play right there. He's in there bodying up on Braxton Terry from Breathitt County, trying to keep him from getting it on the low post.
And into Collins' right wing. Gets into the lane, up over Kincaid. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Evan Eversole off to Beverly, who just checked into the game for Breathitt County. And he will bring it up nice and slow. Hazard, once again, 4-point lead. Chance to build on it a little bit. Kincaid flashes, goes to Eversole. Eversole going to work against Terry. Off to Kincaid. Pump fake on the three. Side step, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs.
Had an issue with the clock, Nathan. The clock did not run that whole play. Now the horn
won't stop
inexplicably going off.
You cannot make this stuff up.
And both these officials. It should be Hazard basketball. They missed the shot, but Beverly got the offensive rebound.
So they're going to call an official timeout to get it under control. Listen here, and get ready for this, Jeff. Get ready for this, because if they call alternating possession, it will go to Breathitt County, I do believe. And if that's the case, this place may burn to the ground.
We're sitting on the wrong side for them to make that decision.
Yeah, we're in the hazard section behind them all. They're going to talk it over. I think referee Ashurst there was signaling that Hazard got the rebound. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, Hazard definitely got the rebound. Came down, they ran probably
got the rebound.
20,
Okay?
30.
So we got a stoppage of play on a live ball, Goats ball underneath, and we'll keep an eye on the clock.
Okay, so, and we got.
Referee said gold basketball on the rebound. It was a clock error. They're going to watch the clock from this point forward, but they're going to keep it at 2:52. Back up to you guys.
There we are. Our sideline reporter, Harold Brashear, getting the mic right in the referee's face so you know what's going on.
And I think it's a right call. You know, the clock didn't start. Hazard took a shot, got the offensive rebound. So,
yeah, and
hard to take away a possession from them when they had the ball.
A few boos from the Blues, from the Royal Blue side over there, but I don't think much better than what would have happened if they called a jump ball in that situation.
And knowing our lead referee, Mike Ashurst, like I know him, he is having a conversation with the clock operator right now. You got to, and I don't know if the clock messed up or if it was an operator error. Either way.
Well, it's like when they started to run the clock, the buzzer went off continually. They couldn't get it to go off. So it seems to me like it's a clock malfunction, but man, you got to get that under control, you know what I mean?
You know, and shout out to these guys down there running the clock. That is not an easy job to do, and I get too busy watching the game. I'll forget to put the score up. I'll forget to stop and start the clock. So my clock-keeping career was over long before it ever started.
2:53 is what they've got. Going to be Cottle inbounding the ball for the Bulldogs, up 4, straight into Beverly. Beverly dribbles it out. And they'll run the offense. He walks it over to the logo. And things are wide open in front of him to step into something. He leaves it off for Kincaid. Going to run a little motion. Cottle screen from Eversole over to Beverly. Going to step into a three. No good. Rebounded by Evan Eversole off to Cottle. Elbow jumper. It is good. 26-20. Bulldogs by 6 with 2:24 on the clock. And the clock's not running again.
12 second chance points tonight for Hazard.
And they're going to stop it once again. Oh,
now
man.
we're starting to draw the ire from both sides of the aisle right here now, Nathan.
And they've not added the points either. And I think that's what the Hazard fans were mad about. They were in front of us pointing at it. I think they're upset that the score didn't update, but the clock never started running. Folks, we have more drama than an episode of Grey's Anatomy here. You cannot ask for a more pressure cooker situation.
And it may actually be something with the clock. A lot of these new, these clocks, this new technology, they run off Wi-Fi or internet, and there is a lot of people in here tonight trying to get some service. And I don't know that that's the issue. I suspect that, I don't know, it could have something to do with it.
We'll see. They're just going to turn it off and turn it back on and see what we can do.
I hope somebody took a picture of it so they know what to put back up there.
We'll see. Usually these come back to the same spot that you turn them off on, I think. Yeah. Whether or not that fixes it, we don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 2:52. Why did the clock stop? You know what I mean? It was
Right.
2:52. Hazard hit a field goal.
Yeah,
it should be 26-20.
With the clock running.
Yeah. Okay, they're going to do a cold restart here. Start it back from 0 and add everything in, man. You could not script a wilder start here to this game.
No, and then you throw in this clock issue, and all of a sudden we've got some drama. I mean, what if this, it's happening in the second quarter with 2 minutes and some change to play? What if it's in the fourth quarter, under 10 seconds? I mean, you're putting a lot of pressure on these 3 men in stripes out here to referee the basketball game, keep up with the time. Principal of Knox County Central High School, Mr. Bobby Pollard over there, supervising things. They'll get it lined out. It's worked all week long. So
you got no choice.
He's got no choice.
You got to figure it out. You got to get it figured out.
Load everybody up and take on Dallas Lloyd and let them finish it.
Let's not do that.
No, I agree.
Let's not do that. Okay.
But they did get the points up there for Hazard.
To a round of applause.
Round of applause. About 3 minutes after the basket went through. So
big time basketball here at Morton.
All right, the controversy right now is the clock was stuck at 2:24. One referee saying to put it up to 2:30. We've got another referee who's wanting to take time off. Actually, when the bucket was made, it was at 2:24, so there should be less than 2:24, and that's a discussion that's going on right now between the three officials. So I'll go back up to you guys until they make a decision.
And it looks like they've decided.
2.5 it is.
Jeff, have you ever seen a game where you technically, in regulation, got more than 32 minutes?
Yeah, very rarely. No, I don't think I have. We're getting a lot of free basketball, and it's not even overtime.
So here we go. Austin Sperry with the ball. His Bobcats down 6 points with 2:20 on the clock. Honeycutt sets a screen for him. Sperry double teamed for a second, but fights his way to the rack. Can't get it to go. Collision, and he gets the steal after Hazard comes up with the rebound. Sperry dribbles it into the corner. He's got Cottle on him. And that's just a heady play from Sperry, not giving up.
Yeah, he missed the shot. Got back into play really quickly. Got the ball back for the Bobcats.
Screen from Terry. We got Sperry double teamed once again. Oh, throws an absolute whistle right to Gross, but he is blocked from behind. And man, oh man.
Seth Cottle dropping in, doing what you're supposed to do on defense, drop to the level of the ball.
And ball into Sperry. 26-20. Hazard leads at 1:45 on the clock. Sperry fades over the top. Can't get it to go. Beverly with the rebound for the Bulldogs, bringing it up the right side. 1:38 to go here in the first half. 26-20 Hazard. and they are looking to put more space in between themselves and this Breathitt County Bobcats team. Cottle just took a shot from Sperry, no call. This is a tough one, Jeff. This is a tough one.
It really is. Big possession for Hazard, Nathan. Like you said, they score here and go up 8 with about a minute to go before half, and I'm sure Coach Holland will be more than happy with that going into the break.
Eversole has it to the left of the logo, 1:05 on the clock, 26-20 Bulldogs. He's going to work on Gross. He got him one-on-one. Going to attack, leaves it off for Beverly. Beverly had a shot for a second, thinks better of it. Off to Eversole, left wing. And stolen away by Honeycutt, up ahead to Stallard, off the glass and in for the Kemper Furniture bank shot, 26-22. Eversole just took his eye off of Honeycutt for a second.
Yeah, heads up play by Joe Honeycutt. Caught Eversole not looking and took his candy.
30 seconds on the clock, 26-22. Hazard leads it. Eversole sets the screen for Beverly, frees him up. Back to Eversole, 20 seconds on the clock. Gross got him. Out near half court. 12 seconds, gotta go. He's gonna blow by him. To the rack, up off the glass, can't get it to go. Gross with the rebound, and he's gonna be fouled. And we'll see who they call it on. Going to be against Kenyon Higgins. So, Breathitt, this is a big play. They're down 4 with 4.3 on the clock here in the first half. Going to have a chance.
Got plenty of time for Sperry to get a good look right here.
They're going to double him. He still gets it. Up ahead to Honeycutt for 3 at the buzzer. Bang! 26-25. Breathitt cuts it to 1 at the end of the second. We'll be right back with the halftime show on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Thinking of buying a home? Maybe you're a little anxious about taking that first
What's it
step.
going to come down to in the second half?
But you just don't know where to start. Drop the anxiety. Why not get help from someone who happens to know the housing market better than anyone in our area? Someone who's already helped many
Thank you, Coach Holland. Good luck second half. That was Coach Al Holland. Hazard goes into the half, 1-point lead. Back upstairs.
Make plans now to attend the biggest event in East Kentucky, the 30th Annual Save-A-Lot Race Day. Saturday, April 5th, 12 to 4 p.m. in the Perry County Central High School parking lot. Admission is free. Games.
Mine Service Company, a trusted name for quality mine supplies, is happy to announce the opening of their new hydraulic hose division. Now you won't have to travel abroad to get hoses and fittings. Located on Highway 15 South, on Willie's Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Everything you'll need to get up and running. They even have hoses and fittings for Cat, Volvo, and Komatsu heavy equipment. Trusted for over 100 years in the mining industry. And now bringing you quality products in their new hydraulic hose division in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Your vintage helmet turns heads. Your leather jacket has more zippers than a blue jean factory. Your fingerless gloves fit you like a, well, you know, no doubt about it. Owning a motorcycle makes you look cool, but insuring it with Kentucky Farm Bureau makes you look smart. You even get a multi-policy discount if you're already a Kentucky Farm Bureau customer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, now offering motorcycle insurance.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Quantum Healthcare welcomes Lori Bradley, APRN, to their team of medical professionals. Lori will be seeing patients Friday through Sunday, 10 a.m. until 11 p.m. That's at Quantum Healthcare, 210 Black Gold Boulevard in Hazard. For additional information, call area code 606-436-0711. Check out the website, www.kymha.com, or on Facebook, Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Quantum Healthcare.
People's Bank and Trust of Hazard is strongly committed to our community's development, investing in a wide range of business and local organizations. You need the support of a local bank that is looking for ways to help you succeed. That's what People's Bank and Trust is all about. They always have your best interest at heart. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, strongly committed to our community. Member FDIC.
We're back, folks. 26-25 your score here at the half. Hazard had a 6-point lead with a couple minutes or so to go. Well, 2:30 exactly after the clock.
Flashback.
Yeah, 2:30 on the clock, and they didn't score again. They had a couple looks at it. Eversole turned it over once, missed a shot as they're going into the half. Foul committed by Higgins with 4.3 on the clock, and Sperry, number one, he was double teamed, still elevates, gets that ball, and then finds Joe Honeycutt in the front court for the three to cut it to one. I mean, what a way to end this quarter.
Yeah, and a great finish to the quarter. If you're Breathitt County, you're scratching your head a little bit right now if you're Coach Holland. But, we talked in the Walmart pregame show, somebody's going to have to step up for Breathitt County. Stallart's hit a three, Honeycutt's hit a three. Peyton Collins has 5 first-half points, and those three guys are sort of the reason that Breathitt County's sticking around. I mean, you expect Sperry, he had 11 the first quarter, held in check the second quarter with only 2 points, 13. So a lot of those guys stepping up for Breathitt County scoring-wise. For Hazard, you've got 2 guys with 9 each, and it's the 2 you think it would be, Evan Eversole and Seth Cottle. Then Nick Ratliff had 6 points, 2 big threes, both in the first quarter. Didn't score in the second. Dalton Combs hit a 3. Tucker Johnson hit a free throw, and we're looking at a close ball game here at the half, 26-25. Bulldogs up 1.
I think you look at this half as clocks, dunks, and missed opportunities. It's been wild. That first quarter was a flurry. And you kind of look at this, if this is a 4-round boxing match right here, right now Hazard with the slight edge, but Nick Ratliff, we talked about some of those folks we thought may step up. I thought he elevated his game there, Jeff and Nathan. But Hazard has had several missed opportunities around that bucket. I mean, and we've seen Evan Eversole go up against those big bodies like Clinton County and Meade County, but this is for different stakes now. But Hazard has got to clean up some of those missed opportunities inside. I mean, you can't let Breathitt hang around. I mean, they're too electric.
It's something that I've noticed. The Bulldogs are running these screens, and, I say this, I call it like I see it. They're running these screens, and then when they've got one of their ball handlers with Honeycutt on them, they're spreading it out and they're attacking Joe Honeycutt. Yeah. But he's standing pretty tall out there. He's forced a few turnovers. He's hanging right in there, and that's something that I think they probably, they've noticed it by now. And as long as he hangs tough, they're gonna. I mean, he's forced. Eversole has 9 points, but he's missed a handful of shots.
Yeah, and a lot of them, sort of point blank range stuff we've not seen him miss. All year long, shoots it at a high percentage from the field, but. Like I said, Breathitt County's got a lot to do with that. They've got big Kanan Gross on him. Kanan, he and Eversole are about the same size, 6'5", 6'6", 2 very, strong, well put together young men. And when you make somebody alter their shot, I think Hazard's trying to do the same thing with Sperry. He had Seth Cottle on him quite a bit, and Cottle and Sperry are about the same size. Both of them jump really well, and Sperry elevates really good on his jump shot, but when he's got a hand in his face, he's not as effective as a scorer.
And we've got sideline reporter Harold Bashir down here. He's going to catch Coach Jeff Honeycutt coming out of the tunnel. Let's go ahead and send it down to him and see what they got to say.
I'm here with Coach Jeff Honeycutt. Coach Honeycutt, Hazard caught a little momentum there. A few offensive putbacks, but you guys were able to catch the momentum back there at the end of the half, seemingly.
Yeah, but, you know, they went on a 7-0 run, went up 26-20, and then we went on a 5-0 run, cut it to 1. 2 things I told you before the game, rebounding and threes, and every offensive board that they've got has led to an open 3. We've got to cut that out.
So, you know, you're in another dogfight, 1-point game, regional championship on the line. What has to happen these last 16 minutes for you guys?
We got to rebound the ball. You know, it's just that simple. We got to keep them off. They're big and strong and athletic. I mean, we keep them off the glass, we'll have opportunity.
Good luck in second half, Coach. Coach, Breathitt County Bobcats, 26-25, 1-point game at the half. A lot to be settled here. We'll go back up top.
Thanks, Harold, for the halftime interviews down there. We're going to go ahead and step aside for one quick break. We come back, we'll get it ready for the second half. 26-25, Hazard by 1 at the half on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Sometimes the world can be a scary place. When it comes to legal matters, most times it's hard to tell which way to turn. Trust the law office of David A. Johnson. Have you been injured? Car, coal truck, motorcycle accident, wrongful death? Insurance companies not willing to pay? David A. Johnson, Justin Noble, and Michael Johnson will fight for you. Located at 461 Main in Hazard, the best choice. Call 435-1552. Visit online at davidajohnsonlaw.com or on Facebook. This is an advertisement.
Here at Kimber Furniture, our slogan is "We Know Furniture." As well we should. For over 45 years now, it's what we do, it's all we do, it's who we are. At Kimber's, that gives us the opportunity to specialize in getting you exactly what you need. We do our homework to make sure you get the best, longest lasting, best looking brand names at Kimber's guaranteed lowest prices with easy credit terms and fast express delivery. Now that's what I'm talking about. Kimber Furniture in Hazard, where we know furniture.
Did something recently change with your pharmacy? Or are you unsatisfied with your pharmacy service? Consider switching to RX Discount Pharmacy on Morton Boulevard in Hazard. RX Discount Pharmacy offers convenience items, drive-through delivery, compound medication, and more. RX Discount Pharmacy has been locally owned and operated for more than 30 years, and they don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So choose a name you know and can trust at RX Discount Pharmacy.
Looking to fast-track your career? Hazard Community and Technical College has 12-week courses designed to get you trained and ready for the workforce fast, beginning February 10th. With flexible schedules and in-demand courses, you can get in, get out, and get employed debt-free. Don't wait. Start building your future today. Call us at 606-487-3293 to learn more. Hazard Community and Technical College. We'll never underestimate you.
All right, folks, just a few seconds left here before we get going with the second half. Greg, what do you think? What do you think you're going to see here?
Well, you know what, for me, it's got to be ever so time. I mean, this game's going to be won between the free throw line and those blocks. Like Coach Honeycutt said, rebounding's going to be a factor, but Yellowstone may have their old faithful out there. Hazard has their old faithful here and ever so. And it's a time for him to explode and take them on home if you're a Hazard fan. Sperry, you got to contain him, but you got other cast of characters that are stepping up. That'll be a heck of a second half for you guys.
There we go, folks. 26-25. I think it should be Breathitt's ball to start the second half, Jeff.
Yeah, Breathitt will have the basketball, and I sort of, agree with what Greg's saying. It's going to be a fantastic second half ever so. He'll get things going here on the offensive end. We've already got Sperry cranking on all cylinders for Breathitt County, but it's going to come down to rebounding the basketball. If Hazard has 12 points off offensive rebounds in the second half, they'll be on top when this thing ends.
Here we go. Collins with the ball for Breathitt. Clock is ticking, for now at least. And stolen away. Eversole comes away with it. Back tapped by Sperry, and now the Bobcats control it. Peyton Collins into the front court to Honeycutt. Thought about the three, off to Sperry at the volleyball line. He's got Eversole on him. Up off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Ratliff. And he's going to back it up as Bulldogs don't want to get ahead of themselves just now. Oh, here we go. Ratliff for three, can't get it to go. Johnson, offensive board up, can't get the shot to go. Scramble for the basketball. Bobcats come out of there with it. They can take the lead with a bucket. 7:15 to go here in the third quarter.
Another good offensive rebound by Hazard. Just couldn't convert it into points.
Sperry dumps it off to Terry, off the glass and in. They lead by one, 27-26, off the Kipper Furniture bank shot.
Braxton Terry doing what he does best. He just makes himself available when Sperry gets penetration, and Sperry, a fantastic scorer, but also a very good passer, found his senior teammate for the easy bucket.
Combs left side to Johnson. Johnson back around to Combs, right wing. He's got Sperry on him off the Ratliff, top of the key. Left side to Cottle, back to Johnson, top of the key, over to Ratliff, right wing. He's got Honeycutt in front of him. To Combs, he's got Terry on him, looks to take him off the dribble. Off to Johnson, he's going to fire the jumper, can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Sperry has it, 6:20 to go. They lead it by one in the third.
Sperry, Breathitt County sort of junking it up on that defensive end. He's guarding Johnson, and he's just backing up playing in the lane, and Johnson just couldn't get that 17-footer to go, but he was wide open.
Collins off to Terry. He has to regain it. Gross has it top of the key. Cottle trying to deny the ball to Sperry. That's a tough job, and he can't do it. Sperry has it. Left side. Into the lane. Pump fake. Has to get rid of it. Gross stolen away by Ratliff. He's on a breakaway. Knocked away by Joseph Honeycutt for the steal once again.
Honeycutt known as a three-point shooter, but he's Mr. Defense tonight. He's Gary Payton the glove out here.
27-26. Bobcats with the lead and the basketball. Under 5:30 to play in the third. Peyton Collins goes to his left, going to shoot from the elbow, rattles it in. 29-26. Breathitt back on top by three.
Nice little jumper that time by Collins. Got the defense going one way, able to stop, pop, and knock it down.
Cottle. Right side to Dalton Combs. He goes to Eversole. Eversole working against Gross. Up and fouled. Going to go to the line for two with 5:02 to go in the third. They trail by three.
Going to get Kanan Gross for the personal foul. That's his second. And Eversole having to do some work on that low block, Nathan, and going against Terry and Gross. Not an easy task.
Not at all. Free throw good. 29-27. Eversole trying to get it to go, and he is looking. Can't get the free throw to go, and nearly stolen away by the Bulldogs as Sperry had the rebound for a second, but Johnson knocks it out of bounds. Breathitt with a 2-point lead and the basket. 5:01 to play in the third. Sperry full head of steam coming up the right side. He's got Cottle in front of him. He's going to step into a three. No good. Rebounded by Johnson of the Bulldogs. Off to Seth Cottle. 4:50 to go in the third. They trail by two. Bulldogs trying to regain this lead.
Yeah, Hazard, a lot of time in this ball game. They can be patient, but they got to get it in Seth Cottle's hands.
Cottle, oh my goodness, gets to his spot, bigger, stronger, and what a shooter he is. 29-29, tie ball game, 4:30 to go in the third.
Yeah, he having a fantastic game thus far. 11 points for the junior from Hazard.
Ball into Gross. He's got Johnson on him, looking to go to work. Spins, held up, got to get rid of it. Finds Terry at the free throw line, and he's going to work against, going to commit the offensive foul as Eversole hits the deck. And I think it's a little bit of the shoulder and a little bit of a sell job there, too, by Eversole.
Yeah, Eversole definitely sold that, but he definitely dropped the shoulder as well. A lot of contact. And Gross had the ball over here on the left block, not really comfortable. He got it to Terry. He wasn't really comfortable with it either. And when you're not comfortable with the basketball, turnovers are going to happen. And
throwing things on the floor will be removed.
They had a bottle thrown on the floor.
think about the safety of these young men who play basketball.
The PA announcement from the PA announcer, Drum Thornsberry,
You will be removed.
saying anyone will be removed if anything's thrown on the floor. Looked like about a half-empty Mellow Yellow went flying out through there, Nathan.
I think it might have been an LA. We'll see. That'd be a shame if somebody wasted a half of one. And Cohn's going to be called for the dribble, called for the walk, going the other way. Hazard had a chance to take the lead there, Jeff.
Yeah, Combs dribbled into trouble. He nice help interior defense from the Bobcats. Got a little too deep, nowhere to go. Drug that pivot foot, turns it over, gives it back to the Bobcats.
Here we go. Sperry with the basketball. 3:45 to play in the third. Tie ball game. You got Cottle in front of him. Collins running the baseline. And Honeycutt going to draw the foul coming through on a screen. Ratliff going to be called for it.
He ran a little double elevator screen there for Honeycutt. I thought Ratliff got through it okay. No real need to reach out and grab Honeycutt there, but nearly spun him all the way around. Easy call for their officiating crew tonight.
Yeah, Honeycutt going to throw it in to Sperry in the backcourt. 3:38. We're more than halfway through the third quarter. More than halfway through this game. And it has been a delight. All tied up. And Sperry with the ball gets the screen from Terry and loses the ball but regains it. Finds Braxton Terry back to Austin Sperry. He's going to drive baseline and has to get rid of it to Collins out at the logo. Man, he is something, the way that he can leave his feet and pass the ball without turning it over.
He is really. Most players in this region, Nathan, that's a turnover. Austin Sperry left his feet, had to make a heroic pass to Collins, but saved the possession for the Bobcats.
And the Bulldog fans cheering for the defense, and Breathitt fans cheering as Austin Sperry. The 5 count's on, and he's not moving. Okay.
He was watching the referee counting with him, just waiting as long as he could.
Spins, fades, front iron, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Up ahead to Eversole. Eversole, he's looking to go to work. He's held up, double team, shoots over the top and rattles it in. 31-29, the 14th region player of the year. Gives the Bulldogs the lead late in the third. 2:15 to go. And that's going to bring us to a People's Bank and Trust timeout. We'll take it with them. Hazard by 2. 2:14 to go in the third on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
East Kentucky Carpet One has been serving Eastern Kentucky for more than 45 years, and we are proud to say that we are still here with the same quality family-owned business. We have experience in commercial and residential properties with a fully stocked warehouse. We also have access to luxury vinyl waterproof flooring, tile, carpet, and much more. Professional installation is also available. Stop by East Kentucky Carpet at 204 Willie's Way or give us a call at 606-439-3858. East Kentucky Carpet One.
February is Heart Month and a great time to focus on your health. You have the power to take action to protect yourself against heart disease. ARH wants to help you prioritize your heart health. ARH cardiology clinics offer expert personalized care, including screenings and heart-healthy lifestyle planning, all close to home. To find an ARH cardiology clinic near you, visit arh.org/cardiovascular and schedule an appointment today. Trust your heart to ARH. ARH, more for Appalachia.
We're back, folks. 31-29. Hazard leading it by 2. This one's going to go down in the record books, Jeff, as one of the greatest games we've seen in the 14th Region Championship.
I think you're right, and there's been some dandies over the years, but this cast of characters for both teams really delivering tonight. Big plays. Last couple possessions defensively, Hazard has looked really solid, able to get some stops and reclaim this 1-point lead.
We'll see what they got here as the Bobcats got this game on their mind. They've lost this game 4 times this year to the Bulldogs, and trying to give them their best shot in the 14th Region Championship game, the one that matters. Off to Honeycutt, deep 3, splash! What a game from this senior here in Morton Combs. 32-31, 1-point lead for the Bobcats.
He shot that one from Frogtown, Nathan. He was way back there on the logo.
Dalton Combs left side to Johnson. To Cottle, top of the key. He goes to Combs, and Johnson calling for it down low. He's got Sperry on him, and he puts it up and in off the glass for the Kemper Furniture bank shot, 33-32. Everybody coming to play today.
Sperry let Johnson catch it on that low block. Thought he could use his athleticism, get the block, but Tucker just up through the contact, got it to go. 1 point Hazard lead.
Here we go. Austin Sperry with the ball off to Stallard. Stallard, top of the key, gets the screen, spins in the lane, pump fakes, got to get rid of it, finds Austin Sperry with 55 seconds on the clock in the third. They trail by one, back door off to Terry, up and in, and the foul. 34-33. That was a dime on the back door from Sperry down low to Stallard, and he goes across the lane to Terry for the three-point play opportunity.
And once again, Nathan, Terry just makes himself available. He's not going to beat you off the dribble. He's not going to knock down threes, but he's going to be around the basket with his hands up, and he's going to convert plays just like that.
Gets the free throw to go. Not the best free throw shooter, but he makes it here with 45 seconds to go in the third. 35-33. Bobcats by 2. Ratliff has it top of the key to Johnson, off to Combs. Combs closed out on quick. Down low to Cottle. He's going to elevate, fires, answers back. 35-35. Bobcats ball with 22 seconds on the clock. And I would imagine they are going to hold for one.
They will keep it in the hands of Mr. Sperry. Let him penetrate, kick, make something happen right here. If you're Hazard, you have to know where Honeycutt's at. He's hit his last 2 threes.
Sperry into the lane, elevates, can't get it to go. Terry, offensive rebound, no call at the buzzer. And we'll go into the fourth quarter tied at 35 apiece. We'll be right back on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Get a new debit card in minutes with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. New and existing customers can take advantage of this new service that keeps a card in your hands and will never leave you waiting 7 to 10 days for access to your account. Call or visit any of our locations to learn more about how to skip the delay and get back to business today with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
I woke up this morning, time my boots up, 'cause I knew it was gonna be a long day.
Josh and Shasta get up every morning, tie their boots up, and start their long day working for hurting people across the state of Kentucky. If you're hurting due to a car wreck, let Josh and Shasta roll up their sleeves and start working for you today. Call the Mullins Law Firm at 436-HURT. Josh and Shasta are working for you at 436-HURT. Give us a call. This is an advertisement.
35-35, folks, down the stretch here. Fourth quarter, all knotted up. 35 apiece. Jeff, what are we looking at over here?
Well, I think Hazard has to have the ball in the hands of Seth Cottle. He's shooting it really, really well right now. A lot of other guards don't look very comfortable out there. Cottle has 13 points. Had 9 the first half, 4 big ones there to wind down that third quarter. And then you got to let Everso go to work. For Breathitt County, Sperry, penetrate, finding Terry and Honeycutt. Who's going to win the rebound battle in this fourth quarter is who's going to win this game.
Here you go, Bulldogs. Austin, Evan Eversole down low to Cottle. He's got Collins on the block. Goes around to Johnson, and he's going to be blocked from behind. He's going to draw the foul against Sperry as it looks like the Bobcats are comfortable with that matchup with Sperry down low on Cottle or on Johnson.
Yeah, Sperry's been playing like a free safety. If he's guarding Johnson, he's just in the middle of the lane trying to help out on penetration from Cottle. But the last couple of possessions, Tucker Johnson getting that low block position, able to score there at the end of the third quarter, then get fouled here and knock down the first free throw.
Yeah, Big Tuck puts in the first one. Next one coming. 36-35 Bulldogs. Tuck puts it up, and it rolls off. So Hazard by 1 with 7:40 on the clock. Stallard with it for the Bobcats. Got Ratliff on him. Looks down to Sperry, but going to be a foul called on the entry.
I think they got a kick ball. I think Ratliff kicked it as he tried to make the entry pass to Sperry.
We are, in general, we can't see the front, the near side here up top. But then with fans in front of us, it is wild. Sperry off to Honeycutt, to the logo to Collins. He's got Combs on him, left side to Honeycutt. They're going to Sperry. They're looking to get it in the post, him versus Cottle. This is a matchup to watch. Bobcats down one. He gives it back to Honeycutt. He's going to fire a deep one. Oh, my goodness, barely touched the net. 38-36.
Hit the first one from Frogtown. That one was from Brinkley. That was from way downtown.
Here we go. Bobcats by 2, 7 minutes on the clock. Ratliff goes to Eversole. He's going to try to go to work against Terry. Into the lane, out of bounds. Going to stay with the Bulldogs. Terry knocks it out.
I really like what Breathitt County's doing, Nathan. They're playing a little three-man game. They got Sperry on one, low block, Terry on the other, and then the shooter Honeycutt on the side of Austin Sperry. So catching Hazard, having to help, and Honeycutt making them pay.
Yep, and I really like what the Bobcats are doing defensively. Oh, as soon as I say that, Tucker Johnson wide open, and he's going to go to the free throw line for a couple more. If he goes up with that a little bit faster, I think that's an easy two.
Yeah, it was a great pass out top from Evan Eversole. Caught Sperry not looking, and then Sperry picks up the foul, and that is his third.
But Eversole, they're looking to get him on the block and attack, but the Bobcats have Sperry behind the action to kind of play shot blocker for the help.
That's where Sperry gets a lot of his block shots, from that weak side position. He's not that on-ball defender. You know, Terry is guarding Eversole. Terry's got a chest on him. Terry's creating that contact. Sperry comes from that weak side to get those block shots.
Free throw made the first, missed the second. Bobcats by 1 with 6:30 on the clock. Austin Sperry with the basketball. He's over there on the Patriots logo, right side near half court. Cottle in front of him. Terry comes up, sets the screen. And here Sperry gets some separation to the lane. Off the glass and in. 40-37, 3-point lead by the Bobcats off the Kipper Furniture bank shot.
That's Sperry's first points in the second half. Give him 15 on the evening.
Cottle got Collins in front of him. He crosses over to his right. And Terry going to come out to pick him up and dinged with the foul. That's going to be the third foul of the quarter for the Bobcats and the second for Terry.
Now number 14, Trace Kincaid, checking into the ball game. Hit a bunch of big threes in their win at Breathitt County a few weeks ago. Comes in for Johnson. Hazard going a little bit smaller right here.
And the Bulldogs go to Eversole, and he gives it off for Cottle. Collins in front of him. Under 6 to play in this one. Breathitt by 3. It's a big sequence of this game. Down low to Eversole. He's working on Terry. Into the lane. Up, no good. Rebound comes down to Terry. He stands tall, and a foul on Eversole. And the Breathitt County fans are starting to feel like maybe this is our time, Jeff.
Listen, a lot of confidence for Breathitt County right now, and that starts, they got a lot of seniors out there, as does Hazard, but Terry doing a great job keeping his chest on Eversole. Hands back, not trying to block the shot. He's just trying to put a body on him and make things tough for him. And then the Bobcats able to claim that defensive rebound.
Hazard bringing the pressure, and they get the steal. No, off to Stallard. He's got a runaway, fouled, and one. 42-37, 5-point lead. Now for the Bobcats, that was almost sometimes the worst thing that can happen to you defensively, Jeff, is if you knock the ball away.
You knock the ball away. It's exactly what I was getting ready to say, Nathan. The ball was loose, and a lot of the guys in the gold jerseys just stopped playing. Sperry got it back, throws it ahead to Stallard, and he converts the 3-point play.
6-point lead. I think this matches the largest of the game. Hazard led it 26-20. And we're going to time out the People's Bank and Trust timeout. We're going to take it with them. 43-37, Breathitt by 6 with 5:30 to play on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Nothing goes along with sports better than pizza, and nobody does pizza like Papa John's. Right now, you can dig into a delicious large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings, or a Papa John's specialty pizza for just $14. Just mention the code 14ANY. That's 14ANY when you place your online or call-in order. $14 for a large 5-topping or specialty pizza. Delivery available at your local Papa John's in Hazard, Pikeville, or Paintsville. Just what the doctor ordered, 24 hours a day. One Stop Market in Stinnett. Whether your car needs a fill up or you need a fill up, One Stop Market has just what you need. Hamburgers, hoagies, Philly cheesesteak, and pizza, plus an incredible breakfast menu. Short orders prepared around the clock. Gasoline, food, groceries. The name says it all. One Stop Market in Stinnett, a Friends of Coal business. Stop in and see Amy and the crew. Your business is always sincerely appreciated. One Stop Market.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. 5:32 to play in this one, Jeff. We're getting around those winning minutes.
Yeah, we are. And, the body language for the Bulldogs, Nathan, don't look very good right now. The Bobcats look like they've got a little pep in their step. They are playing inspired basketball here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, but here we go. One thing that'll change that body language in an instant is get in there and score a bucket. Hazard trails by 6 with 5:22 to play. Ratliff into the lane. Up. Blocked by Sperry off the backboard. Oh, my goodness. Up ahead to Honeycutt. He is going to walk with it. Oh, my gosh. That's one of the most wide open shots he's had all night. And if he'd have let it rip, I'd say they'd be up 9 right now.
He's feeling it. Shooting the ball with a lot of confidence, but what a block from Sperry down here on that defensive end. He comes from that weak side and elevates way above the rim to get that possession for the Bobcats.
Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. 6-point lead for the for the Bobcats. Cottle working on Collins. Spins, fades, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Eversole. Up and in. No, they're going to say he's fouled on the floor. 43-37.
He had to wade through the Bobcat den to get that rebound. There was a lot of white jerseys down there. Eversole just comes out of there with it, but the foul was on the floor.
But here's the thing. Their free throws the rest of the way out now, Jeff.
Yeah, they're in the double bonus with 4:50 to go. Hazard yet to score a point here, a field goal here in this fourth quarter.
Cottle going to take the jumper, can't get it to go, and he is hit on the jump shot. Collins, you got to close out, but you can't touch him, Jeff.
Yeah, that's an easy call for these guys out here. And now the Bulldogs will spend a lot of time here at the free throw line. And in this position, in the double bonus, you can be a little more aggressive on offense. You can get to the basket. You can, really run that low post game. And Breathitt County in danger of getting into some foul trouble, but you got to make those free throws.
Cottle misses the first free throw, and that is uncharacteristic. But, hey, a lot of pressure on this young man right now. Got to get this one to go with 4:47 on the clock, and he nails it. Lead at 5.
Hazard went the first 3 minutes of the third quarter without a field goal. They made some free throws. Still not a field goal here in the fourth quarter from the Bulldogs.
And Stallard beats the press. Now he's got Kincaid on him. And, little boo-boo foul there on Trace Kincaid as they're going to ding him with his second. Not a lot of contact there, Jeff.
No, not a lot at all. One of those ones where the official maybe expected a little contact, just called it a little too soon. But
Honeycutt to trigger an inbounds off to Sperry. Sperry's got Terry on the other side. He's fouled from behind by Eversole.
Breathitt County wanting the intentional foul on Eversole. We'll see if he gets it.
No, and look, as an intentional foul connoisseur myself, Jeff.
Right.
As long as you smack at the hand, smack at the ball, you're good. In the NBA, they have what's called the open floor foul, or if there's nobody in front of you. But he had Terry in front of him there, so we'll see. Sperry to the rack and the jam. 45-38, largest lead of the game at 7. Bulldogs got to answer back with 4:25 on the clock.
The Hazard's got to get a little momentum, and right now it is all Breathitt County with a big slam from Sperry.
Ratliff with the ball, right side. Honeycutt in front of him. Cottle, top of the key, over to Combs. Stallard guarding him. He goes to his right, to the rack, up off the glass and in for the Kemper Furniture Bank shot. Cuts it to 5. Ball into Collins, back to Sperry with 4 minutes to go. Down the stretch, we are in the winning minutes. Who wants it more? Austin Sperry. Got Combs in front of him, and he's going to run into him and get the foul. That is a veteran move.
Yeah, I thought that was a
2 shots.
I thought that was a very good defensive stand by Dalton Combs. There was contact. Sperry's head flails back, and a lot of times these guys see that, and that's an automatic foul.
Yeah, especially you go into the sideline like that and make them force you out of bounds. The ref's got to call something.
Yeah, that sideline serving adds that extra defender there.
Big free throws coming for Austin Sperry. He's been the man tonight, and he continues his streak, 46-40. Officially in the winning minutes, trying to go up 3 possessions, 1 free throw to go.
18 points on the night for Sperry.
Free throw on the way. It's good.
Make it 19.
7-point lead for the Bobcats. Hazard in an unfamiliar situation, down 7 in the 14th region. Collins loses the ball, knocks the ball away. Trace Kincaid picks it up for the Bulldogs. Cottle has it at the logo. Collins in front of him. He goes to work, going to be fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
A lot of people just standing and watching for Hazard right now. Whoever has the basketball sort of running the show, and they got to get a little more movement, got to make Breathitt County guard some cuts and some screens, and may work out with Cottle at the line here for 2, but this last 3.5 minutes, you want to see some movement from the Bulldogs.
Free throw up and in, 47-41. And both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, we may be here a while because there will be a lot of free throws shot down the stretch.
They have another clock malfunction, too. You never know.
We've already been here a while.
Free throw up and in, 47-42. Sperry got to throw it in. He finds Collins. Collins walks with it.
Sure did.
Bobbled the pass, was looking up the floor before he ever secured it. And this is a big-time play right here. Bulldogs going to throw it in under their own basket. 3:29 on the clock. Down 2 possessions. Eversole working on Terry, the player of the year, spins up off the glass and gets it to go. 3-point ball game with 3:15 to play. Peoples making trust timeout. We'll take it with them. Bobcats by 3 with 3:17 to go on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales is located on the Combs Road in the former 84 Lumber Building. Come and see their huge selection of mobile home parts, including doors, windows, roofing, guttering, and lots more. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales, a family-owned business serving Southeast Kentucky for many years. Come say hi or call their friendly, knowledgeable staff at 435-7639. That's 435-7639. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales on the Combs Road in Hazard.
For nearly 30 years, the Medicine Shop Pharmacy.
We're back, folks. 47-44. Jeff, just a couple heart palpitations ago, this was a 7-point ball game, and now it is a single possession. Breathitt County with the basketball.
Breathitt County has to take care of the basketball. You know, sort of a silly foul on the Bobcats as Cottle went up for the jump shot. He converted the 2 free throws, then Collins with a turnover, and Eversole converted. We've got ourselves a 3-point game.
Sperry off to Terry. Terry going to work, spin, fouled. Going to the free throw line. Eversole says, I don't know, but definitely hand it to Terry there for attacking. I don't think anybody was ready for him to attack that quick with Braxton Terry.
No, I think, most people here at the complex tonight, Nathan, thought you're up 3. You want to try to get a good look, get it in the hand of your guard, but Terry challenged the big man, and he's going to the line for 2, and that is 4 on Eversole.
Misses the first free throw. Got the player of the year with 4 fouls. We saw the 14th Region Girls Player of the Year foul out Saturday night. Terry rattles that one in, 4-point game. Bulldogs staying within striking distance, 3:07 on the clock. They trail by 4. Cottle with the basketball to Kincaid, going to fire the deep three, no good, rebounded by Collins, and he's fouled by Ratliff about 80 feet away from the basket.
That's not a smart foul if you're Hazard, just a long way away, and Collins a good free throw shooter. Already down 4 and will probably be 5, maybe 6 by the time Peyton Collins gets off the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Ratliff kind of upset, says he didn't foul. There was a little bit of contact there. I could see it going with the no call, but I can see the ref blowing the whistle like he did, and Collins hits the first free throw.
Hazard cut it to 3 now. Breathitt County looking to stretch it back out to 6.
And that's the case. Eversole throws it into Cottle. Under 3 to play now. He gives it back to Ratliff. Picked up by Joe Honeycutt. To Cottle, right wing. He's got Collins on him. Screen from Eversole to the left. Cottle to the rack. Up and in. Cuts it to 4. 50-46. And
the coaches
delay a game
on Hazard.
Which I don't think Hazard wants to delay a game.
No, they just scored. They want to keep this rolling.
Yeah, so here we go.
If you're Hazard, it's got to be in the hands of Seth Cottle.
Yeah, 50-46. Sperry double teamed in the backcourt. Up ahead to Staller. That was a dangerous pass, but the man himself made it. Collins for 3, a dagger. It is in. 53-46. Lead back to 7 with 2:20 to go. Collins, big points down the stretch. Cottle off to Ratliff to the rack for the layup. He changes his mind, decides not to rip it off with 2:10 to play. 5-point game. Peoples make a trust timeout. We're not taking it with them though. We'll keep this here until we crown a victor. 53-48 your score, Breathitt County. What a way to play here, and what a shot by Peyton Collins.
That's huge. I was just looking at the games they've played this year. Collins didn't score in the first one. He had 9 in the second meeting. He had 4 in the third, had 7 in the last one. And Peyton Collins tonight with 12 big points for Breathitt County. And, we talked about in the pregame how somebody was going to have to step up. And tonight for Breathitt County, it's been Peyton Collins, 12 big points. Joe Honeycutt with 9. And, Sperry don't have to score 35 when those guys can chip in like they've done here tonight.
Done a great job with this one, far from over. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play. 2-possession game. Ball into Sperry in the backcourt, double teamed. And he needs some help, but he gets ahead of steam on the way, and he's going to dribble it out beyond the 3-point line, and now they're going to try to run some clock.
You got to make him give it up, and it's not easy to do.
He's double teamed in the corner, calls the timeout. Good veteran move there as he could have been in trouble. Burns the timeout. And we'll stay in here. The Peoples to make a trust timeout. 53-48. Gotta be. I've got to be ball in Austin Sperry's hands here.
Oh, you're exactly right. I thought he was going to challenge Eversole when he broke through. He had beat 3 guys, whipped 3 guys in the backcourt, gets in the front court. He's one-on-one with Eversole. Eversole with 4 fouls. Probably either fouls him or he scores right there, but Sperry choosing to use a little more clock and had to get deep in that corner and burn that timeout.
Yeah, I mean, you got down the stretch here, 53-48. You gotta make a decision if you're Breathitt County, which eventually, if you can dribble it around without turning it over, and hit your free throws, you're good. But 150 is a lot of time to run off the clock.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. And,
so you can't get too conservative. I feel like, because you're one bad pass away from this being another one-possession game.
Yep, and Breathitt did look a little shaky, in the third to start the fourth with a couple really unforced turnovers. But, you can use some clock right here if you're Breathitt. You definitely want to make Hazard play defense. And then if you've got a good look, you're going to have to take it.
Mike Ashert coming over here to talk to Coach Holland. Don't know what the issue is, but Sperry going to throw the ball in. No, he's not. He's going to hand it to Honeycutt. He's going to play off the ball. And they're going to go up top to Terry, knocked away by Kincaid, up ahead to Sperry, though. And he's going to go to the rack, puts it off the glass for the 7-point lead with 1:40 to go in the fourth. Up ahead to Kincaid, to Cottle. Bulldogs, they got to go. They got to go. Cottle spins in the lane, puts it up, gets it to go, cuts it back to 5. Another timeout. We'll keep it right here. That stops the clock with 1:28 on the clock. 55-50 your score. Cottle's been the man down the stretch for the Bulldogs, but they got to get stops.
He really has. He's got 20 points in the ballgame, leading score for Hazard. Had 9 at halftime, but I just feel that, just watching basketball, I've watched a lot of basketball. You watch a lot of basketball. And right now, no other guard really for Hazard looks very comfortable with the ball in their hands except Seth Cottle. And, you've got to get it to him, sort of like Breathitt County's doing with Sperry. Get it to him, let him create, trying to make some shots, and you're going to have some opportunities. Still a lot of time to play, a 2-possession game, but you got to keep the hands out, keep the ball out of the hands of Sperry if you're Hazard. You got to deny it everything you can, deny him the basketball, make somebody else handle it, try to get a turnover, try to get a steal, get something quick and easy coming the other way, score in transition, and you're right back in this thing.
Yeah, but got to get a stop. 55-50. If you're Breathitt, name of the game. I say it every time we get in these positions. Name of the game, take care of the basketball, hit your free throws, and this one's over. You can't lose.
You're right. Just don't turn it over and make some free throws.
And we can see how hard the Bulldogs can make that for the Bobcats as Honeycutt going to throw it in. He's had a heck of a game tonight. Can't get it to Sperry, and they call a timeout.
Good defense by Seth Cottle there, denying Austin Sperry the basketball, and there was really not another option for Honeycutt to pass to.
No, look, they didn't want to pass it to anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want the ball in Austin Sperry's hands, and they want to get it to him. And they tried there. He was covered up. Honeycutt made the right call by not throwing it in.
No, he did. Yeah, I mean Sperry nowhere to go deep in that coffin corner, and I think that timeout is the last for Breathitt County. So Hazard still with 2 timeouts remaining, and that could come to play a crucial role down this stretch if Hazard can get on a little bit of a run here in this last minute and a half.
We'll see. I don't see I'm not good at counting timeouts. I'm bad, but I think they signaled it.
Yeah, I saw the signal. I'm not counting either. My stats tonight aren't very accurate because I've just been sitting back and enjoying this one, pal.
Here we go, Honeycutt to throw it in. And they're going to go up top to Sperry. Nobody behind him. Ratliff going to foul him, send him to the free throw line. And how do you let him get loose, Jeff?
I do not know. That is one of those mistakes that's sort of inexplicable as he caught it on the run out. He's a very talented wide receiver for the Bobcat football team. And if we would have been playing football, he would have had a touchdown right there.
Yeah, here we go. That could come back to haunt the Bulldogs. Sperry puts it up. No good, and rolls around every inch of that rim. He is mortal.
He is mortal, a 76.6% free throw shooter on the season, but these have a little more importance to him, Nathan.
Here we go, next one up, and it's good. 6-point lead now for the Bobcats. Hazard still holding on hope. Cottle to the rack. Spins, leaves it off for Eversole, fires the three, front iron, no good, rebounded by Austin Sperry and fouled. Going to the free throw line, and Bobcat fans going crazy.
Yeah, that's just, Hazard got a good look. Eversole just couldn't get it to go, and Sperry yanked down that rebound, makes the long 84 feet walk to the free throw line, and he'll shoot two more.
Here we go, Austin Sperry. Chance to push this out to a 3-possession lead. Free throw up, misses another.
If you're Hazard, you'd like to see Dalton Combs get loose. He only has 5 points in the game, had a three-pointer back in the first quarter. Or Trace Kincaid, he's yet to score.
Here we go, Sperry. Free throw, it's in. 7-point lead. Ties what I believe is the largest of the game. Cottle with the ball in his hands. Screen from Combs to his right. He's got Stallard on him. Up. Oh, my goodness. Gets it to go. Cuts it to 5, 57-52. Hazard, I believe, has one timeout left. Holland likes to hold those until he needs them.
Oh, yeah. That's just stop that clock, set your defense right here.
And Breathitt, you got to be careful, too, because if you can't get this ball in, if a player instinctively calls a timeout, you got a Chris Webber situation.
That would
know what I mean?
That would be tragic if you're Breathitt County. But, Hazard's seen Breathitt County's press breaker here. They know they're going to try to get it into Sperry. If you don't guard the ball out of bounds and put 2 on him, then you almost force the ball to come into somebody else. And you may want to foul them, may not, depending on who it is. But the Bulldogs running out of time on who they can foul.
I do know this, Jeff.
They have to give it up pretty quickly.
I do know this. The Bulldogs, I don't think they're going to let Sperry run a seam route down the middle of the field again this time. So you got to watch out for that. And if you're Breathitt, you got to get the ball into somebody. And if you're Hazard, you used to listen to Bobby Knight talk about defense in these situations. He sometimes would leave people uncovered. And, if you got a poor free throw shooter, and they're leaving Terry all by his lonesome here, and they got to foul him quick. No, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Up to Terry, and he's going to be – they tried to foul him again, off to Collins, to Sperry.
And back to Sperry.
50 seconds on the clock. He's double teamed.
Triple team now.
Jump ball. Possession to Breathitt County. Oh, my goodness. 46 seconds on the clock. They had 2 chances to foul the worst free throw shooter on Breathitt's lineup.
Yeah, that's the thing with that. And give Terry credit. I mean, he got rid of it pretty quickly. He didn't sit there and hold it. A lot of times a good free throw shooter will wait for them to foul you so they can go to the free throw line.
Eversole's eyeing him right here, and they're going to go over the top to Sperry. Cottle in front of him. 40 seconds on the clock. Over to Terry again, and they're not going to let him foul him. Off to Sperry. In the lane. Dribbling around. He's going to be fouled. The 14th region's finest, Austin Sperry.
When you look back on it, Nathan, and you mentioned it the other night on our broadcast, he has had a phenomenal career. He really come on the scene his sophomore year. A part of that Breathitt County Bobcat team that went to the state tournament. They won this regional tournament in 2023, got back to the regional championship last year, and back again, and in a good situation, firm control to get Breathitt County back to Rupp Arena.
34 seconds on the clock, 57-52, 2-possession lead. Sperry trying to ice one from the free throw line. Gets it to go, 58-52, 6-point lead. Some Hazard fans starting to make their way.
They're going to beat the traffic out of here.
Out of here. Sperry. Free throw. On the way. It's good. 7-point lead, 3-possession game. Cottle with the basketball. Sperry in front of him. Cottle going to shoot the 3. Can't get it to go. Eversole rebound fouled with 24 seconds on the clock. He's headed to the line, the player of the year, trying to keep the Bulldogs in the game.
You're going to get Stallard.
If you're Breathitt, you almost want to just give him the shot because the clock keeps running.
Yeah, that's
unless he misses some free throws, but he makes the first.
Hazard with a chance to score with that clock standing still, Nathan. Like you said, that's a advantage Bulldogs if they have one, down 6 with 24 and a half seconds left.
59-54 after both free throws. Honeycutt going to throw it into Sperry. Sperry, if that's on Eversole, that's his 5th. And he's gone. The player of the year will walk off with 22.6 seconds to play. And I really don't know that he... Whoa. Evan Eversole getting into it with the crowd. He's got to sit down.
Yeah, your hat's off to Eversole. A fantastic career for Hazard, and you don't want to see anybody's season end, but hats off to whoever loses this, Nathan. It's not going to be easy. You've got great players on both sides, and
Sperry, ice water, 60-54, 6-point lead with 22 seconds on the clock. To give the Bobcats a 7-point lead. It's good. Hazard trying to go in a hurry. Cottle, screen from Johnson. Cottle fires the 3. It's good. 61-57, ball and Stallard fouled.
At least if you're Hazard, it's somebody other than Sperry.
Number 2.
Dalton Combs fouling out. Another 3-point shooting machine will not be in here when they need him late. Stallard has some big free throws. I think Hazard has one timeout, if I'm not mistaken. And
Stallard, Nathan, a 72.5% free throw shooter on the season. Brady Yantz, another senior for Hazard.
Coach Holland
checking in.
If they do have the one timeout.
I thought if he had one, he would have called it after that 3 by Cottle.
But here's the thing, the game's over if you make the next shot, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right.
So they can put it to a 2-possession game here, no more, as Stallard shoots the first free throw, misses it. So now,
if he does have a timeout, you don't necessarily need a 3 if you're Hazard. You can...
Stallard free throw up, misses it, and here we go. They got to go in a hurry. Cottle coming up, screen. He's going to be fouled, shoot a couple free throws with 5.9 seconds on the clock.
Setting up for a fantastic finish right here, Nathan. I mean, Seth Cottle at the free throw line to cut it to 2 if he makes them both.
2-point game. Nobody go anywhere. 61-57. The Bulldogs still hanging around. Free throw is good.
Fantastic game tonight by Seth Cottle. You fast forward to next year, and he's got to be the odds-on favorite for 14th Region Player of the Year.
Cottle can cut it to 2 here. This one is not over, folks. Free throw up, it's in. And then Higgins going to check into the game. And Breathitt, you got to get the ball in. That's the name of the game here.
Got their biggest guy, Higgins, on the basketball. Making things tough for Honeycutt.
Here we go. Ball up top to Sperry. Knocked away. Fouled with 3.6 seconds on the clock. And Sperry, who has carried this Breathitt team on his back through so many games, finds himself at the line with a chance to give his team a 4-point lead with 3 seconds to go. The only thing standing in between him and a 2-possession lead is 2 free throws, Jeff Campbell.
Yeah, and he's shot a lot of pressure-filled free throws in his career. Probably none as big as these 2.
Here we go. Free throw up. No good. We have a ball game. The Bulldogs will have 3.6 seconds and at worst can tie with a 3 if Sperry makes this free throw.
Get the ball in the hands of Seth Cottle and live with the consequences.
Sperry misses it. Rebounded by Higgins. Up ahead to Cottle. Launches it at the buzzer. No good. The Bulldogs fall to the Breathitt County Bobcats. The 5th time is the charm in Hyman. They take down Hazard, undefeated in the 14th region, 61-59.
Wow, what a game. What a finish. You don't expect Sperry to miss those 2 free throws, and Cottle had a chance with a heave at midcourt. I thought if he could have got the ball a split second sooner, he could have got maybe one more dribble in to get it up. But, just a fantastic ball game from both these teams. Hats off to Hazard on a fantastic season. All their seniors, Eversole, Ratliff, Johnson, Beverly, Yance, and Higgins. I think I got them all. I hope I got them all. But, man, once again, just tip your cap to this Breathitt County Bobcats. Austin Sperry put his team on his back and led them to this regional championship.
My heart is beating a mile a minute as we are here. Could you imagine it ending any other way than these 2 teams in a battle to the finish? And, Jeff, there was a little run there in the 4th quarter where they push it up to, 3-possession lead. And at that point, Breathitt did everything they could. But we got Harold Brashear standing by with Coach Jeff Honeycutt, 14th region champion. Coach, send it down to him.
Coach Jeff Honeycutt, Coach, what a game, 61-59. I mean, what's going through your mind right now?
I'm just so happy for all my boys, and especially my son. He's getting to do something I never got to. He gets to play at Rupp, and I'm so happy for him, and I'm happy for them boys. Hats off to this team. I've coached 3 or 4 of them on it. I know how it feels. I lost the regional tournament right here when I was a senior, and these guys, it's too bad somebody had to lose.
I tell you what, you and I talked about somebody had to step up. It wasn't one person. Your son, Joe Honeycutt, hit 2 huge shots. It seemed like every time Hazard would chip into it, somebody stepped up and made a shot. Just a good team effort.
It was, it's Spurry and the Spurrettes, or Spurry and the crew. Makes you think back. Me and you remember this guy, Danny Manning and the Miracles. How about Austin Spurry and the Miracles? And that's what it is. And we've played good at times. We've had some injury, sickness. But we're playing better when it counts the most, and that's right now. And I'm just excited.
Well, Coach, I tell you, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. You and I have stayed in touch over the years, and tickled to death for you, and good luck. And I know it doesn't matter to you, but right now, North and South Laurel in overtime tied up. I know it doesn't matter to you.
Doesn't matter. I'm just glad we play. We'll watch some video. Good news is we got 2 weeks to prepare it, so it don't matter. We'll have a good old time tonight.
Congratulations, Coach. Coach Jeff Honeycutt of Breathitt County. Now let's see if we can get Austin Sperry.
Jeff Honeycutt says we'll have a good old time tonight.
Good old time tonight, ain't no doubt.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, oh man, this game.
Yeah, I've got. Can you see me down here?
Yeah, let's send it down to Jeff. Send it down to Harold.
Let him know we got it.
Okay.
I'm here with Austin Sperry. Austin, you were in this same situation a couple years ago going to the state tournament. How does it feel to make another trip?
Well, first one felt pretty good. It was a Bryce. All those guys, and I felt that emotion when we won last time. But a lot of these guys, they weren't on the team, or they didn't get to play. So letting these guys be able to feel that and how it feels to be able to win a region feels absolutely amazing. Because I wanted them since day one to be able to see how that felt.
And, you know, this is a team, you've played them 5 times this year, had some battles. What's it feel like to finally reverse that script? And I tell you what, you talk about a successful run. You've played this team the last 3 regional tournaments. You've come away with wins all 3 times. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, we played them. We figured if we kept on playing them and playing them, they couldn't beat us every time. So it means a lot. And, you know, playing against Coach Alhon, he's probably the best coach from around here ever do it. And to be able to have 3 big wins over him in region, I mean, that means a bunch, a lot. So that's such a great team, and they did a wonderful job. And I'm just proud of my guys because we came out and we battled the whole time. We gave it everything we had.
Well, Austin, anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to out there?
God and my mom and my family, that's all.
Well, congratulations. We'll let you go celebrate. Thanks for giving us a minute.
Appreciate it, man.
Austin Sperry, Coach Jeff Honeycutt, Breathitt County Bobcats, 2025 regional champions. They'll go to the state tournament where they will face the winner of North and South Laurel from the 13th region, a game that is currently in overtime. We'll go back up to Nathan and Jeff.
Here, Nathan, Jeff, and we got Greg Napier over here too. We only have one camera, and we're not exactly the smallest guys. We leave a little bit to be desired in the little department.
It got hot. We had to spread out a little bit. I mean, we had to have some room. Just a fantastic basketball game here to crown a 14th region champion. Breathitt once again on top, 61-59, and your hearts go out to Hazard. They had such a great year, but man, Breathitt County tonight just seemed to. I mean, they were firing on all cylinders. They were, defense, offense. They started off a little slow, especially on the defensive glass, but cleaned that up at halftime, made some big shots when they needed to, and come out of here with a 2-point win and a regional championship.
I think, Gross and Terry tonight, really did a good job on Evan Eversole. Bodied him every time he was in the lane. And, Hazard just, you mentioned, Jeff, I think about the 4.5-minute mark that you sense that Hazard was standing too much. It wasn't the assertiveness that we saw over the years, driving it to the basket. But give credit to Breathitt County. I mean, they have fought. This night belongs to them. I mean, Hazard has had an unbelievable year. They're definitely, warranted that top 10 rating all season. But tonight it's our friends in Jackson are heading to Rupp Arena. But Hazard's had an historic year, and, man, what a blessing it's been to cover them.
Yeah, and I mentioned that job on Eversole. I really like the fact that they would have Gross or Terry bodying him up, but they had kind of, anchoring the defense on the front line. They had Austin Sperry ready to jump up and contest everything with his athletic ability. Yeah, and it really made life hard. I mean, Eversole ended with 14 points and fouled out, but those were a hard-earned 14 points.
No, they really were. And then, you take a look at it. He had 9 at halftime, 3 in the third quarter and only 2 in the fourth. And you're right, Nathan. Sperry playing in the middle of the lane, sort of like a free safety, contesting shots. You go back and you watch this film. Outside of the first 2 minutes of the game, when both teams were just raining threes, I don't remember Hazard having an uncontested shot. Breathitt County made them earn every point, and then in the second half, they cleaned up the rebounding on the defensive glass. Honeycutt had a couple big rebounds. Stallard had a couple big rebounds, and they're not really called upon to do that often, but they were in a tough spot tonight, and they certainly delivered.
And Honeycutt,
in the second half.
I can't talk much about how Honeycutt, multiple steals from Joe Honeycutt. Yeah, it's several big threes. Collins hit the big dagger 3 from the corner late. But look, the Bulldogs, they didn't go away. This was they had a shot to win it at the end of the game.
Yeah,
this is incredible. And I think he had time to take another dribble. Yeah. I think he had a little more time to take another dribble. But man, I feel like the Bulldogs, once they figured out that Sperry was trolling the lane there looking for block shots and they were bodying up Eversole. I think when they figured out that freed up Austin or Seth Cottle to do absolute magic in the fourth quarter. I think they went to him a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, other night it's indicative of how he played down the stretch against Knott County. I was kind of hoping toward the third quarter we might see that same performance if you're a Hazard Bulldog fan, like the way he kind of carried himself down the stretch. But credit to Breathitt County, Nathan and Jeff. I mean, they really caused Hazard a lot of trouble tonight. I mean, they were very, very active, and folks stepped up, and they're the regional champions.
Here's the thing, so often, and we talked about it, the winning minutes.
Yep.
Late in this stretch, Breathitt takes, if you get a close game like this in a game with no shot clock, you can win a game with a little 6-0 run out of nowhere. You can get a 6-0 run out of nowhere and really put yourself in the driver's seat for the rest of the game. But credit Hazard. There's a lot of teams that down 7 points with, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go or whatever. When you're down 7 points like that, most teams I feel like in this region would have lost by 10.
Yeah, they would.
I don't think that this was the only team that could cut this to 2 and have a shot to win it at the end of the game. Took a few missed free throws down the stretch. Breathitt, you wish they cleaned that up, but I mean Breathitt, from the start of this game, they sent the statement that they would not be walked over. They sent the statement that we're going to go blow for blow with you for the course of this game. We're not going to get behind this game. There was never a double-digit lead at any point in this game. It was single digits all the way through, and I think the largest lead was 7.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I told somebody earlier today, just looking at the stats, I thought if Breathitt County could get it to 60 points, that they had a chance.
They got 61.
The first time, the first 4 previous meetings before tonight, they scored 51 points, 41 points, 47 points, and then in the overtime game at Breathitt, they had 59 points. And you take a look at those 61 points tonight. How's it going to shake out? Obviously, Sperry's not going to get 60. He had a fantastic night, but his crew around him really stepped up. Honeycutt, Collins, Terry had some big buckets, and that supporting cast tonight really delivered for Coach Honeycutt and his Bobcats.
And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I want to throw this out there. And just in a game like this, how much every play matters. We had the clock malfunction at 2:24. When we come back, they put 2:30 on the clock.
Wow.
We added 6 seconds on the clock, and with 1 second to go in the half, Honeycutt lets a 3 from the corner to cut it to 1. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Right. I'm just saying, in games like this, I mean, every second matters.
Yeah,
every second matters.
In that 3 before half, going into halftime, it was 26-25. Hazard led by 1, but they were up like 6 points.
26-20.
They were up 26-20.
When the clock messed up the first time.
When it messed up the first time. And that little 5-0 run from Breathitt at the end of the half just really got that momentum. And they came out and played a great quarter, third quarter defensively. And, that was sort of the turning point in the game. And you're right, it may not have happened.
You never know. Something like that changes the entire complexion of the game. You know what I mean? You don't play the same plays. You don't run the same plays if the score is different. So you can't just say, that's 3 points. Well, Hazard would have won by 1. But just to show you that every second matters. Every second matters. Every play matters. And Breathitt made 61 points worth of plays tonight, and Hazard, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, made 59.
You're exactly right, and when you take a look at they're giving out the medallions down there, Austin Sperry, well deserved, and you mentioned earlier, Nathan, that Sperry sort of a man on a mission, and it obviously continued tonight, but. You go back to his opening regional round performance and that win over Perry Central, 35 points. I've got him for 22, but that's off. I got excited watching the game. He's probably got more like 26 or 27 tonight, but just a fantastic individual performance all week long by the Bobcat senior, Austin Sperry.
I'll tell you what, he was worth the ticket every time we saw him, all these 4 years. And your hat's off to him, man. He's nothing but electricity, and Lexington, you're in for a treat when you see him down there. But it's a monumental season at 14th Region, man. These your two chalks heading to the finals here, and both gave us a great show.
The two blue bloods of the 14th Region. These guys, a lot of history between these two teams, and these two teams at Perry Central the last several years have really elevated themselves to be the top 3 teams in the region, it feels like, for the most part. Knott County comes in there, makes things interesting, but these guys, Hazard and Breathitt, have faced each other the last 3 seasons in the 14th Region tournament. Does anybody want to know what the record is?
Yeah.
3-0 Breathitt County. Yeah. They knocked them out in the semis 2 years ago. They knocked them in the semis last year, and they ripped their hearts out tonight at Morton Combs Athletic Complex. And it's just, the Bobcats, they get hot at the right time. They get better and better each year, and, you got to respect it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You take a look, you dive a little deeper, and you take a look at these two coaches. Al Holland, a legend, the winningest coach in the 14th Region, 10 regional championships. He had 2 at Napier, 5 at Perry Central, 3 at Hazard. And then Jeff Honeycutt, he's now a 5-time regional winner, 4 regional championships with the girls program here at Knott Central as the Bobcats claim another regional title to put in their trophy case. And I thought that, all season long, both these coaches did an outstanding job with their teams. But Coach Honeycutt, he took some blows. He was tested. And they, like you said, Nathan, they got better and better as the season went on.
If those guys could smile any bigger, they would do some damage to their faces. I mean, just what a way to end the season here, guys. Any final thoughts? As we're going to keep it here, and we'll at least get you the video of the net cutting ceremony for the folks at home that want to watch. But any final thoughts as we shut it down?
I think Hazard has nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, semifinalists in the All-A, been ranked in the top 5 pretty much all year. But when it's tournament time, we've seen, some unbelievable, games play out. But Hazard has 0 to hang their heads on. You just got to congratulate Breathitt County.
Yeah, I agree with that. As Evan Eversole, Seth Cottle being named to the all-tournament team here, very well-deserved. And number 4, Nick Ratliff, again, well-deserved. Had a huge game against Knott County Central, but certainly nothing to hang your head about if you're Hazard. When you take a look at this regional tournament, everybody wants to win it.
Sure.
That's why you play the game. You start off as a young boy in 6th, 7th grade, and you come to one of these things and you see what we're seeing now, it gets in your blood, and you want to win that. But, a lot of these guys out here for Hazard, their season's over, but their basketball career is not over. And, their memories that they made with their friends and their coaches, that'll last them a lifetime. And hats off to Coach Hall and his Hazard Bulldogs. Really enjoyed covering them this year. But congratulations to the Bobcats, and I guess we'll see them courtside in Rupp Arena. They play on Thursday, March 27th at 11 a.m. They'll play the winner of the 13th Region, either North Laurel or South Laurel, whoever comes out of that battle over there tonight.
Oh, yeah, the far from over for us. I think we've got 15 games left on the boys' side. I think we'll probably try to take the feed as the 14th Region Tournament MVP. He came up short when it came to the votes for the Player of the Year, but when it came time to put that all aside and play it out on the court, he hoists the championship trophy and the MVP trophy. So what a way to go! I think WSGS will probably take the feed for the girls' Knott Central game. Not for sure. Keep looking out for that. We don't have our grandfather deal for the girls' tournament, but for the boys' tournament, we'll give you every daggone game until we announce another state champion. It's been an honor to cover the Bulldogs 54th District this year, folks. We appreciate you fans, sponsors who've stuck with us this long. We've still got about 15 more games left to broadcast before we pack it up and do some baseball and softball. I know, Jeff, will be calling on you for that. But 61-59, the Breathitt County Bobcats for the 5th time, take on the Bulldogs, and for the first time, they come out on top, but it was the one that mattered. Thank you, guys. We'll stay here with the cameras if you're watching on WSGS Facebook or YouTube for the net cutting ceremony, but we will see you next time on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
What do you want us to just take down? Everything. My camera and